Dum 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 dum. Welcome to a day with a modern witch. I am your host, Mint Fairy, and you will be spending the day with me. I have my charger, I was about to say something else. I have my, what is it called, tablet, and we're going to quite literally spend the day together. You will see what my days are like, my normal human days. They are wild, and you're just gonna come along on the journey. You're not gonna come to the bathroom with me, obviously, but whatever else we do, we're gonna be doing it together. Hello, Maddie. How are you? Welcome to this huge daycast. That we should call it daycast. Daycast. Tell me. Hello. I'm gonna stick this right here so that I can stand. It has been a crazy year for so many people. You know what's so wild? Haven't we been saying that for the past like 5 years? It has been a crazy year.
Yes.
Because it has been. It has been so wild for the past 5 years. Like, what does that even mean? I'm in a new 7-year cycle though. I'm 43. I'm 43. So things are beginning again anew. I should really eat a food and have a drink. And then we should look at some tarot decks. What do you think? I say yes. Mm-hmm. Let's make some tea together. Let's make some tea together. So this actually let's do a tour first. Let's do a whole tour first. Let's do a tour. Hello and welcome to Terra Luna, Delaware. The witch's house. You have arrived at the witch's house. We want to see our gorgeous and glorious gargoyle. Here he is. He's a sweet little guy. You know how they have Bop House? Where all the sweet young women live together, living their life. Well, this is the witch house. Let's go. The shop here is separated by element. So, earth, wind, air, fire, spirit, they're all throughout here. And then this is the meditation room in here because witches be meditating. Put your hand up if you're a witch and you don't meditate. Like literally. It's so important. I know a lot of people think that meditation is like, you know, something that you do when you're like losing your mind with stress, but meditation, it should be a daily practice for everyone, I'm telling you, because it's so essential to your health. Okay, so this is the tea section. And of course, witches don't just have regular tea. You know, we have to have herbs and weird stuff. And then we also have a cabinet in here, multiple, with more herbs and more herbs. And I think I'm gonna grab one of these actually, because I can never resist having like orange peels in my tea. It's so good. All kinds of cool little weird things in here. This is Bobby. This is Bobby. Say hello, Bobby. Hello, everyone. I love you. Be gay. Do crime. Important. This is Bobby's little brother, Bibby. Bibby. Say hi, Bibby. Hello, I'm Bibby. Remember to do all of your meditation every day or you'll die. Very good advice. This is our dragon. He lives in here because he's very bad. I'm gonna make some tea. Let's stick it here. Is that cute? Is that a cute spot for tea? No, is this cuter? Where's your spot? That's kind of cute. You like that? No. Where's the cutest spot for you to go while I'm making tea? Here? I feel like I remembered someone doing this on another live. They were literally, it took them so long to find a place where they were going to sit the camera. And that's literally the same thing I'm doing. Oh, we need water. Ba, 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 ba. Don't be late. Don't keep me waiting. Go something, something, something. And you push the button. Push the button. I'm so hot right now. Already having a hot flash. Oh, thank you. Oh, what happened, Maddie? Hold on. Let me look up. Sorry. I'm missing what you guys were saying because the comments are different when you do the orientation this way. Which is a bummer because I like to see what you guys are saying and I can't when you do orientation this way. There we go. Oh, you lost so many relatives. I'm so sorry, darling. Oh, that's so hard. Oh, that is so hard. You know, I was talking with someone the other day because we were talking about like the difficulty in losing people. As you get older, you know, it just becomes more a part of your life. And one of the things that I always remember that for some people it's comforting and some people it's not comforting at all. So I apologize if it's not comforting. But for me, something that really helps me to have maybe not like closure, but just an understanding about like life and grief is like you grieve because you loved, right? You grieve because you loved, and the ability to love someone and the ability to be loved by someone is it's so incredible, and it's so wonderful, and it's so magical. You know, it's something that transcends all time and space. So just having that, the knowledge that you shared something so magical and wonderful with someone is it's really powerful. And knowing that if you're someone that believes that we come to earth as spirits to have an experience in a human body and to learn more as a spirit and to learn more empathy and love and to learn about emotions and to learn about experiences, then when someone passes, that means that their soul has learned so much more already. You know, their soul has learned incredible things and it has learned how to love in a way that they've never known how to love before. And so their journey is done in this life. And then they get to come back and have a different kind of journey. I think that comforts me, for me, you know, at least because you guys know, I have such an interesting sort of relationship with death. And so it is really difficult when someone passes to understand that they're not there anymore, you know, like physically, but no, like, and it's so, you know, people always try to give you that comfort, like, oh, you know, they're still here in your heart and all this stuff. And sometimes it's like nice, and sometimes you're like, that's bullshit. But it is actually so true though, because your cells have mingled, you know, your cells have mingled, and so they are still here. They are still a part of your body. They're still part of your spirit because you have memories of them, and those memories are energy, and that energy is life. So you have something beautiful in having loved them. Being able to love people is such a privilege. You know, it's such a wonderful thing. It's such a gift. That's why I'm always freaking out about people like not telling people that they love them and stuff. And I'm like, when people have a crush on someone or they're in love with someone and they're like, oh, I don't want to tell them. I'm like, oh, you better tell them. You better, because we die, right? I'm like, you better let them know you love them. Anyway, so what do we do? What do we do in the day of a modern witch? So we get up early. Fear of not existing. That is my fear as well. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. I definitely have a lot of experience with that fear or that phobia as well. So I I do a lot of research and I do a lot of like watching videos and I watch a lot of like NDE videos. You guys ever watch those like people's near death experiences and stuff like that? Like for a while I couldn't because it was talking about death and I couldn't watch it because I have a phobia. But as a part of my therapy, watching things like that were really helpful for me. And hearing people's experiences about having died like physically and having still had experiences after being dead and like having an understanding after they die that life is this really interesting experience that we actually choose to have, and we don't remember that we choose to have it, because if we did remember, we'd just do whatever we want. You know what I mean? If we did remember that we were spirits and bodies and that we were here to have experiences and stuff, but we still had free will, we would just be messing things up all the time. We would be horrible, because we would know how things work. We would understand already, and then we would just run amok. But coming here and deciding like I want to be in a human body and I want to experience things completely new. Don't give me any spoilers. You know what I mean? It's like watching a movie for the first time. Like you don't want to know what's going to happen. You don't want to know the characters and know the plot and know the setting and know everything about it before you see it. You want to experience it for the first time. You want to experience all of the new things and the couple falling in love and all the crap. You want to experience that new and fresh and with no previous ideas of what it's supposed to be. So that's why we don't remember. That's why we have no memory of the fact that this is a journey ride, a fun journey ride. And I feel like we get like glimpses and little bits of that truth every once in a while when we like meet someone that we feel like we've known for our whole life, or when you have a friend and you're like, oh my god, I can't. We were like instantly best friends. Like how did we? It's like I've known you my whole life, because you probably have. Your soul has known them before, and you're recognizing them again in this life, and you're like, why do I know you? Well, we've probably been in the same soul cycle before, We've been on Earth together before. Oh my God, yes. What are you watching? What cartoons are you watching? I love watching cartoons. I brought my tablet too, so I can also watch things, because I'm going to be doing a lot of things today. So today I'm at Tarot Luna until 5. So I'm reading tarot here, and I'm also working on products and signage and jewelry and a lot of stuff. So I'm in the workshop craft room right now. This is what the workshop craft room looks like. I cleaned it in here yesterday to make it nice and gorgeous. We've got so many supplies. Let me turn it around so you can see. So this is Alicia, is the head witch of the shop, and this is her personal apothecary here with Bobby. Bobby. And then this is Amanda. This is her apothecary section. She is the Reiki master, and she does love divination here as well. She's very sweet. And then this is all of the wonderful stuff that we use to create magic and crafts and stuff in the store. This is a place where, like, this is basically a witch hub, this place, because we do have a really huge witch community here in Delaware and in Wilmington. A lot of people don't know, but there are a lot of witches here. And so we have a lot of, like, services and rituals and like fun things that we get to do together. It's super cool and fun. And it's a really nice community. And we're like fleshing it out and making it bigger. And I'm super excited to be part of it because you know me, I'm a big community hoe. And in this place, we also have a cool little tarot and oracle library where you can come and check out a deck and like play with it and stuff before you buy it, which is really great because I am one of those people that buys decks and then I won't like it and be sad. Oh, wow. You know, Maddie, that doesn't that change things for you? Don't you realize it's like, okay, now things make more sense to me in my brain. Now I understand why I am this way. I totally understand that. Congratulations on your diagnosis because that helps you to understand yourself better. Always good. Look at this. Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle. Should we look at this one today? This is cute. I love it in Delaware. It's really nice here. Talisman Oracle. We love this one. It's great. Midnight Magic. This is the mushroom one. I think I have worked with this deck before as well. This one we know we love. It's one of the best. This one, I don't know if I've worked with this one before either. This is getting me. Have you guys seen this? The Gothic Oracle? I think we should pull from this today because this was fun looking to me. I've never worked with this. I'm interested. There's the schedule of events for October. I wouldn't go out on a night like this for $1.50. Look at the little ghosty. What should we name the ghost? I don't think he has a name yet. He's very cute. Give him a name. Steven. Steven! Steven! I feel like Steven's a good name. Here's my room. Oh, where are we now? We're in Mint's room. Here it is. Here's my bag. Here's my camera. Here's my items. Ooh, look at these earrings. Wow, they're so cute. Sterling silver dragonflies. Wow, aquamarine. Beautiful. Ooh la la. A little altar. Everyone has an altar in the shop too, which I think is really cool. Oh, bunny. Mushrooms. More minty merchandise. Ooh la la. Wow. Look at this lab. It's slab. I love blonde labradorite. Look at that. Oh. 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 It's so pretty. La 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 la. Touch. This hat that I made. Super trinket gremlin hat. La la la. With a spider hanging off of it. Oh my god. Ooh, pendulums. Ooh, did you want to buy a pendulum today? So this is a bunch of my jewelry. So my apothecary isn't done yet. It's being made. I have to work on it today. I need to make labels for jars. I need to fill jars with herbs. So we're gonna be doing that today together as well. And I have to like basically fill this out. So this is gonna be a project that we're doing today while we're here. And then of course, if anyone wants to have a reading, we'll be doing that. And then we have to make sure we eat today as well because I don't think I didn't pack like a real lunch, so I'm gonna have to make a real lunch. Where's my mug? Also, I'm obsessed with these. Let's be real. I think I made tea yesterday and forgot it. So I'm pretty sure this is just full of tea that I need to pour out. Yep. It happens. It happens. Sometimes you forget. Sometimes you're brewing tea and you forget it's there. So cute. Oh my god, spread love. Oh, I want to do this deck too, because I like this deck as well, the Fairy Wisdom Oracle, and I hadn't worked with it before. Like, of course, I've sold it before when I worked at other shops, and I've like seen a few of the cards, but I never really got into like reading with that deck. I don't think I've ever read with that deck. Can you sit here? Oh my God. I do. I do. I have an office in a witchy shop, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's so cool. I have an office and I have a little tarot room and a little merchandise section. I was super excited. Pumpkin spice coffee with caramel macchiato, then, okay. That sounds so good. Now you're making me want coffee and not tea. Stop. Oh, you've done it. You've done it. You've made me want coffee instead. Now I'm going to have to make some sort of like tea that tastes like coffee because you're getting me there. I wonder if we have chicory so I can make like a nice robust flavor. I also really need joint mover because your fairy god witch is the age of 4 and 3, and my joints are starting to get a little creaky, which we don't like. So we're gonna do some joint magic. We're gonna do 2 orange peels. Let's choose intuitively together. Okay, for some reason, I'm being guided to use some of this. Blood pressure health. This has hawthorn, leaf and berry, cinnamon. Oh, cinnamon. I don't like cinnamon in my tea, which is so funny. Linden leaf, moringa, hibiscus, spearmint, peppermint, ginger, lemongrass, rose, hips, and orange peel. So we're gonna do this. Like, I like cinnamon a lot, but like cinnamon in my tea sometimes it's very. How do you deal with magic and science coexisting and like avoid falling into pseudoscience while still believing in your craft? Easy. Easy. So I'm a big science person. Okay. That sounds so embarrassing. I'm a big science person, but no, I love science. I love facts. I love truth, and that is the only thing that I can like give myself. Like that is what I believe. I'm a fact-based person. I'm logical, and I also, I am rooted and based in the physicality of this world. I know how this world works, so I am realistic. But there are also things that science proves to be magical, and that science proves to be energy, and that we have to remember that science does not disprove magic. Science is magic. Science is magic. Magic is science. It is magic. So if you're working in a way that you feel you can't explain or understand, if you're working on something magically or like metaphysically, and you're trying to understand why it works or why it's going to work, there are always going to be scientific explanations for that. Always. And that is how you can like quantify, or how you can show people that your magic is working, by saying, well, scientifically, if this equals this, then if I do this, it will still equal this. You know what I mean? You really have to break it down, and it's a lot of research. But I always tell people, like, I can guarantee you that anything that you can do scientifically, you can do magically, and vice versa, and you can prove them both to have the same effect. Science is just magic explained, honestly. So you just have there are a lot of ways, like even with the easiest thing that I bring up to people is crystals. Why do crystals work?
Yes. Thank you.
What is it about crystals that draw people to them? Like, why do people? It's because they're pretty. It's because blah 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 blah. I mean, there are lots of reasons why people are drawn to crystals, right? Because they're sparkly. But there are other reasons, because historically a lot of them were used for very specific reasons. They are also minerals, right? Minerals are components that are found in everything, including humans. There are components that are found in everything that we consume and everything that we breathe in. So all of these things are affecting our bodies in different ways. The difference between a witch and a non-practitioner is that the person who is a witch is using these minerals and these elements and all these things that they're using and eating and stuff, they're using those things to their advantage. Whereas a non-practicing person is just ingesting and living and doing whatever they want and not influencing the things around them to work for them. You know what I'm saying? And a witch is like, oh shit, I'm gonna use this. The witch is like, I'm gonna use this. What's that? Sand? You can use it for whatever you want to use it for, but I'm gonna use it for this. You know what I mean? So witches just know how to use it. Scientists like to prove it, and witches like to use it. How about that?
I love that.
Spirituality is a human need, and I think that is another thing that people forget about when it comes to like magic and witchcraft. People, they put it in a category of its own when magic and witchcraft and spirituality they're conjoined. You know, witchcraft is a type of spirituality. It's not a religion. You know, it is a lifestyle. It is a way that you can live, and it has its own set of rules and its own set of like reasons why it works, but it doesn't mean that it's separate from science. You know? You know? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on a grave. For some reason. And then some sort of mysterious. You're stealing stick from me? A cinnamon stick, bitch. Body. 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 So the scientific explanation does not negate the magical one. It is merely a physical explanation of magic. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Mm-hmm. You are correct. Your score is 100. Got a little manuka honey here. Shadoosh. Gonna be working with some bone magic. I have been really blessed with so much deer medicine. Like, so much deer medicine. And I'm like, okay. And you know, my whole life I've been like, okay, I've been wanting to be able to find a place where I can gather a lot of deer medicine, where it's sustainable and not illegal. And I found it. It's really cool. So I've been doing a lot of like bone cleaning and stuff like that. And I'll probably do like a little talk about it first. Yes, do it. Do it, queen. I'm always like, everyone burn cinnamon sticks. Do you remember that video that I made where I was like, I forget what I was talking about, but I think it was an alternate cleansing video, which I think I want to make another one of. I think I want to literally redo all of my old videos because everything has changed and everything's new and my opinions are even different. I know. 2.0. I know. To redo all my old albums like Taylor Swift. But like, because cleansing alternatives are still needed, like there are still so many witches that are like coming up, you know, cleansing their whole lives and worlds with white sage. And I'm like, okay, if you've done your research or if you are, you know, of the land, then of course you know what you're doing. But there are so many alternatives to cleansing things aside from white sage, and cinnamon sticks are one of my favorite things to burn, not just for cleansing, but for energy raising, for vibration raising, for attraction, for fire magic, for expel. What word am I trying to use? Expellation magic, thrust magic. It's really good. It's good for passion magic. If you're trying to do, if you're setting a scene for like a sexy little sex magic time, burn them cinnamon sticks, baby. Burn them cloves. Burn that cinnamon. Burn that cloves. Burn that cinnamon. Go, 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 go. You know what I'm saying? Because those are two like really nice fiery components. I know I have my you guys want to see something hilarious? I see you. Dun, 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 dun. I don't even know the words to the song. I'm Jacob. Hey, welcome to my live. I'm Jacob Black. We're here. Oh my god, this is too funny. You were here at Terraluna, Delaware, with the witches, and today we're gonna do some spells. What herbs should I choose for my make Bella obsessed with me spell? I need a spell to make Bella obsessed with me. Is someone gonna help me with that? So yeah, that's what we're doing today as well. I'm so glad that you have come along on this live. You're gonna be live with me all day with my shenanigans. Where's my tripod? Oh, did I not bring it in? I probably left it in the car. Oh, I did leave it in the car. I left a bunch of things in the car. You wanna come in the car with me? Let's go. You want to come to the car with me? Let's go. I'm going to put my cardigan on because I'm going to have a cold flash when I go outside. Thank you for being a friend. You guys, if you want to be really cool and awesome, you can like the page and subscribe and hang out with me forever. And join my best friend club. Welcome to the Moss Folk Mint Club and Best Friend Club, where we hang out with each other and I go live and we talk words about witchcraft. Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, my sweet. I'm Love Witch of Wilmington. Love Witch of Wilmington, baby. I look at this outside area here. See that? So at some point, probably soon, we're gonna build this up into like a little fairy altar, an outdoor fairy altar. It's gonna be so dope. I can't wait to do it. It's gonna be amazing. I have to go get things out of my truck. I parked over here because I like to keep the parking lot clear for customers. Oh, I forgot my plant too. I'm so glad I'm coming out to get him because he doesn't want to be in the window. He's probably so sad. Look at him. He's like, oh my God, it's hot. Someone get me. Get me. I can't breathe. I'm a plant. Help. Welcome to Alright, I'll come back for it. I know Jacob is so silly. I love. Look at their mushrooms. Look, mushrooms. Cute. Okay, let's go in here. Did I go out the back door or did I go out the front door? Out the front door. Silly me. I think we're gonna have some cool visitors today too. I think some friends are gonna come in and drop off some plants for me, which is really dope. I love it. Across from the liquor store. Hello, Picos. Gotta get some pumpkins out here. Yeah, I will put Edward outside so he can sparkle. Heck yeah. The second we got. Oh, you know what's so funny? I know I got it. Okay. I was gonna say, did I even get my tripod when I went out there? I did. I did get my tripod. Good. I'm gonna put you guys on the tripod so that I don't have to carry you anymore. The sun, the moon. What are the words? I don't know the words to that song. When I live on sunlight. I don't know. Going into the machine. The sun. What did she say? You guys know the words. You guys know the words. I don't know the words. I feel the earth move under my feet. Right. I feel the. Actually, I don't think I want to put this in. I'm back. No big deal. I wonder if the video stops and restarts. I don't know. Hi. I'm probably going to put Edward outside anyway so that he can sparkle for us. Actually, that's a good idea. Isn't it cute? All right, friends. I want to make a couple of things. I need to make, look at this beautiful lapis necklace. Do you love this? Isn't she gorge? Do you feel the energy? Okay, beautiful. Today is a gorgeous day of love and magic. And it is also a Wednesday, a day of communication. So what do you feel like you need to communicate? Friends, this morning, no one's helping me, first of all. No one's helping me not text my ex. I have channel. I
You've been doing very well.
No, you have no idea. I have not been doing well. Because no one's helping me.
I didn't know we needed to tell you don't do this.
I texted my ex. Okay. Look. I only did it because it's so hard not to. Ugh.
Well, and how do you feel after you texted your ex?
I feel silly.
Okay, then.
I feel
So
silly.
do you like feeling silly?
No.
So then what makes you feel silly?
Texting my ex.
Okay, then. So remember next time you want to go text the ex.
I think about her all the time.
I understand that, but she's an ex for a reason.
I know.
That's what you have to remember.
Tell me all of your don't text your ex secrets in the comments, please. So it's just Mr. Mint. It's just Mr. Mint and I. We're in love. We're absolutely fabulous. We are the best. Don't apologize for prying. You guys know that you could ask me literally any question and I would just tell you the answer because I do not care about privacy at all. Privacy is for weirdos. That's how I feel. Privacy is for people who live in a cave. I don't live in a cave. That's just my personality. It's not a rule that anyone has to live by but me. I just don't believe in privacy. But yeah, no, there's no bad blood or anything. Well, there's a little bit of bad blood. But it's just the thing where, okay, so who is the person in the comments who forgets that they exist and puts all of their energy into making their partner's dream come true? Me, right? So that's what I have to tell myself to stop doing. That's my problem. That is no longer a problem, right? Make a list of reasons that you're not together anymore.
There you go.
1. I forgot about that. 2. The reason you left will be the reason you leave me again. That's a good one. The reason I dumped you will be the reason I have to dump you again. That's true. Mm-hmm. That is so real. Oof. That makes me feel sick to the stomach. That was a good one, Jesse. That was a really good one. Oof. It's just, so Rainbow and I talk about it all the time because we have very similar hearts. And it's that thing where you don't ever want to close a door that leads to the possibility of love in any form, right? Not just romantic love, but also platonic love, familial love, any kind of love. And because I'm such a love seeker, if there's an avenue where I think that love can be found, I just leave the door open. A little bit. I'll be cutting people off. Attachment. Block that number and never look back. I can't do that. Oh, that's so good. And okay, so I am definitely someone who is congenial with exes. Like I'm friends with all of my exes. Um, this one's a little bit more difficult to be friends with because I do still have fifis. I still have fifis. That's my fault. I'm being 100% honest with you guys. You guys, you've been here with me before. I am feeling nauseous. You guys know what that means? Let's have some tea.
Why are you feeling that?
I need to smoke. Oh, this tea's so good though. I mixed the heart, the blood pressure, and the joint.
It is good, isn't it?
And I put extra calendula in it. For spiritual protection. When it comes to certain people, I can cut them off. I can cut people off and out of my life if they have been abusive or racist or like unapologetically misogynistic. Then bye, easy. Like, okay, so when it comes to like certain types of things, I'm really good at cutting people out, but I have this really, really cool, really awesome, what's it called? Like a syndrome called pretty girls. Who else has the syndrome pretty girls? I know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that has pretty girl syndrome. And then when a pretty girl walks by, you're just like, oh, wow, she's so pretty. Wow, you're so beautiful. And she's like, oh, no, I'm not. And you're like, wait, yes, you are. You're joking. And she's like, oh, no, and people don't love me. And I'm like, oh, my God, but I love you and you're amazing. Oh, am I amazing? No, I can't do anything. Yes, you are amazing. You can do anything. And you're so beautiful. Let me help you realize that about yourself. And they're like, yeah, okay. Maybe I am. Oh, yeah, okay. Actually, I'm a jerk. And then I'm going to take all your love and put it in the garbage. And then I go, uh-oh. I did it again. I forgot about my own life and put my energy into somebody else's. All of my energy. I do that sometimes. But I'm stopping it now, right? We declare on this day, we declare on this day that Mint no longer gives all of her energy to people that she is falling in love with just because she wants them to succeed, because she wants to see them be happy. You cannot be someone's therapist and their lover. Oof. Did you hear that?
Damn.
You cannot be someone's therapist and their lover. Damn. Damn.
I heard it.
Damn. And that's what I be doing every time. Damn. We just came to a revelation right now. Oh my gosh. We just came to a revelation. Together, live. You cannot be someone's therapist and their lover, honey. Oh my God. Okay. Shit. That hit me right in the gut. Who told me that? Who was it? One of my guides was just like, psh, I'm going to say it right out your own mouth. Whew. Thank you. Hey, that's what therapy is for. And it's hard for us to remember because people don't integrate therapy into their life as regular human maintenance. You know, people still think of therapy as an extra step you take when you're losing your mind, when actually it is human life maintenance. If you don't have someone that you regularly talk to that helps you work out your problems in a constructive and non-biased way, then you need to get that person in your life. I'm telling you, because that will help you relieve so much. Shake. I need to shake. So. You forbid yourself from ever dating? Glimmerance is the best and the worst. I know. Oh, thank you. Marbus. You know, that's true. Let's do it because it's serious. Yeah, I did put some mint in too. I have to. Yeah, Mandrake is great for personal protection. I love Mandrake. Mandrake is also one of my favorites to use as a hob. Like, so if you want to have something that works for you, that continues to see beyond what you can see, and that has like an ear to the floor, so to speak. Mandrakes are really great to have as familiars. Yeah. I love Mandrake. I know. See, okay, so here's the thing. Limerence is nice because you get that cute little feeling. You get to be in that little, and it's fun, and you can enjoy it if you recognize it for what it is. And that is a thing. That is a thing. Enjoy it. Recognize it for what it is, knowing that it won't last at the intensity that it's currently flowing, but enjoy it. Be in that moment. Even though relationships, they sometimes fizzle out and they don't end up being what you want them to be, there is a moment, right, where it's so yummy. Enjoy that. That's another part of life. Relationships end sad. But like, don't forget to enjoy it though. You know what I'm saying? Every person that comes into our life offers us something beautiful, a chance to learn something new. So, even if it makes you cry, it's still a chance to learn something new about yourself too. You know what I mean? To learn something new about other people, great. But it's a chance for you to say, wow, this is a kind of love that I didn't know I wanted. Thank you for showing this to me. Now I know that I want this. Or this is a kind of love that I definitely don't want ever again. Thank you for showing this to me. Oh, Hi. Yeah. But and again, I say it all the time, but the reason why I'm always in this situation is because I'm always seeking the situation, not the situation of sadness, but the situation of love. I'm always saying, hey, did you want to fall in love too? Hi, did you want to fall in love with me today? How fun would it be to fall in love real quick? Have a lovely foray. Have a lovely exchange of energy. And then move on. Better for it. Or stay together forever, And another capacity. In different capacities. I love a good exploration of a bond to see exactly what kind of fit you have. But it's hard to do that with people because usually if you have a relationship, like if you're in a romantic relationship, that is where you stay. And then anything else can sometimes be like difficult to navigate because you have a history with romance and sometimes it makes things sticky. I'm pretty good with keeping friends with my exes though. Because like usually that's the reason why I want to be with them in the first place is because they're someone that I want to have in my life, not just because they're hot. Hey, I'm gonna be live all day, so don't even worry about it. My little mossling. It's gonna be us, you and me. So this is the necklace that I'm about to card. Made this one yesterday or the day before yesterday. I forget. The day before yesterday, I think. We love a spiral. Yes, we do. So we're gonna card this baby. I'll be on here. I like this card. I feel like it goes well with it. And then we're going to make some tags for our moon bottles. Did I leave the other thing in the car? No. I have pretzels as well. Oh, you know what I meant to do when I went outside? Smoke. I didn't even do it. Maybe we should ground. Because the energy is a little bit. Oh, blueberries. Ooh, blueberries. Look at these blueberries. Look at the size. I love a giant bloob. What's your favorite fruit? Tell me in the comments. I love apples and I love bloobs. Green apples, big bloobs.
Green apples.
Give me some strawberries all day. Green apples, blueberries, strawberries, chop it up. Cheese, chop it up. I eat the charcuterie all day. Like, a meal is cute for like Thanksgiving, but don't come for me with no plate full of beef. You better fruit and cheese me up. Blueberry waffle, so good. Wait, stop it. What did you say? I bought some yesterday. I was gonna make waffles and blueberries today. Alfredo. Okay, because I thought you were saying that you were making blueberry waffle Alfredo, and I was about to cry. I'm allergic to pineapple. I was like, don't you dare make Alfredo waffles. Unless it's chicken and waffles, then that's different. I love blueberries. We went to the farm yesterday, or not the farm. We went to someone's little, what's it called? Garden. And he showed me they have so many wonderful things growing. They had tiny little watermelons, like tiny little, like fist-sized watermelons. And I was like, okay. Tiny watermelons are really, really cute. My stomach is upset. Why? Why? Know why? Chicken Alfredo or waffle Alfredo with blueberries. I'm gonna find some scissors. Oh my gosh, I don't know, but I'm so excited. I did know when it came out, but I totally forgot. It's gonna be so wonderful. I'm gonna cry probably a lot. It's just so nostalgic. That feeling, you know. I was making wallpapers the other day. Also, guys, if you are a patron, a Mint Fairy patron, I've made a new Instagram page that is a patron page because Patreon is just hard for me to remember. I forget that it exists. And so I've been putting all the Patreon content onto our own separate Instagram. So if you're a patron, go look at that. Go find the Moss. What did I call it? Moss Folk Hollow. Moss Folk Hollow is our Patreon page, and it's really, really cute. So join it. It's free to join, and then any of the patrons that have that are on paid tiers, they get extras, extra benefits, extras. Read all about it. It's so funny. Every once in a while, I'll find something that my son has destroyed that he was not allowed to. So here, I see that he has cut up. Is this BTS? No. It's one of my K-pop albums. I can't tell which one, but he has punched holes in one of my K-pop album covers and made stars out of it. And here they are. I found them in my little box. If I take him home and say, hi, did you do this? He's going to be like, oh. That's his sound when he knows he's done something that he wasn't supposed to do. And I go, hi, what's this? He goes, oh. But it's I totally understand the curiosity of punching holes and things with the hole punch. It's really hard to resist, especially for kids. I totally get it. Anyway. Get some scissors. I thought I had scissors in here, but the bag is like telling me I don't. You make a man want to smoke cannabis? So cool. Alright. Do I not have scissors? I have this thing to cover with paper. Scissors? Yeah, I just thought I had another pair in here.
Yeah, and the paper cutter's out.
That's so funny. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to get you.
Yay.
You have it all to yourself, you beautiful thing.
Oh my god. Sorry. I put this. Okay. This thing here is a necklace bust that my husband printed for me. Because I told him I needed to have more of these things, right? I have this one and I love it. And I'm like, I need more of these, but I'm doing a DIY no startup fund business operation here. So I'm like, whatever supplies and tools we have already are what I'm using to make this happen, because I didn't get a small business loan, so we're just making things. So he printed this for me. I'm probably going to cover it with book paper. I think that will look really cool. And that really goes with the moss folk aesthetic, which is book paper. So we're going to cover it with book paper. And war. That's also pretty. I love this. I'm such a like lover of this kind of stuff. I forget where I got these, but I like the amount of paper that gets thrown away every day in the world is absurd. The amount of like catalogs and pamphlets that are made, they're just thrown away, is so terrible. So whenever I see them, I always get them, and I use them for either like covering things. I use them for packaging packages. I use them for scrapbooking, and I use them for decoupage. Decoupage. And you know who's like the best slash worst? If you're a scrapbook person and you like having weird, unique like scenes and like flowers and stuff for scrapbooking, and like scrapbooks of like people and like shoes, clothing, and like things that you would find as stickers a lot. The fixed store is that not Cotton On. What is next to Cotton On at the mall? It's Uniqlo. Is it a Uniqlo? Is that what I'm thinking about? Uniqlo? Oh my god, there's a store I'm thinking about and I cannot remember what the store is called. No, it's not Uniqlo. It's another store. It's another store like that. And my brain cannot remember what it's called, but they have catalogs that are free, and they're such great catalogs. They look like they're a scrapbook book. It looks like a sticker book instead of a catalog, but they're not stickers. They're pictures, but they're so cut-outable and pastable. What the heck store is this? It's not Cotton On and it's not Uniqlo, but it's a lot like both of those stores. So I know somebody knows what I'm talking about. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. What the heck is the store called? It's gonna pop into my. I'm gonna say it. It's gonna be like Scharflecht, Kubisharben, Kaflackentaden, Speepops, Studi, Schnagelwagens. What is the store? Peepoop, Narninarn, Plums, Jackalacken. Jackalacken. What is this store called? It's not Uniqlo. Watch it be Uniqlo. It's not Uniqlo, is it? What is that store called? What is that store called? It's like it's a store that is, it sells like basics, t-shirts, jeans, khakis, button downs, very basic, very similar to the Gap, but not. I'm pretty sure it's an Asian retailer. It's called what is it called? I think it's after the P. Guys, what is this store called? Stop. I hate when I can't remember something and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna have hot flash again. I have to open the window. Hot flashes are the worst. Don't be old and chemically female. Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay, anyway, we sweat. Cute witches sweat. What is this show? This shop called? It's not Cotton On. It might be Uniqlo. It's not. It can't be. What is it called? I'm not gonna look it up. I'm gonna remember. I can't do this. I can't do this to myself. What is it called? It's a P. I'm pretty sure it's a P. Not Paxson. Not Pacific. Not Pac. Not Parpar, Popo, PP, Tipu, Papo, Papo, Papa, children. Children. Come, little children. What is this place called? Can you believe that this is how chaotic my personality is without weed? Without cannabis. Oh, I just saw that you said something. Can you give me your email so I can send you? Yes, mintsiegel@gmail.com. Oh my God, I love when people send me pictures of the grimoires, send me pictures of your altars, like any magical things you're working on, artwork. You can also send it in the Patreon, on the Patreon page, the Instagram, Moss Folk Hollow, MossFolkHollow. My DMs there are open, like fully open. You can chat, whatever. I just have such a hard time identifying with the Patreon page for some reason. It's just a place that my brain doesn't go to. But I want to interact with my patrons more because I literally love you guys. So Instagram is the place where I pay most attention. I'm always on Instagram. So I was like, let me just move all of the Patreon content to Instagram. That way we can like actually hang out. Marble. I have fairies everywhere, putting marbles everywhere for me always. They're always like, oh, did you need a reminder that life is beautiful? Here's a marble. Thank you, fairies. They're like laughing and being like, I love talking to people like about having fae activity around you all the time, like people who have fae activity around them all the time, because they understand the chaos that it is, you know. You're never just having a nice day and like a sweet little fairy flits by and kisses you on the forehead or anything like that. No, they're knocking your shit over, they're knocking you down, they're spilling your coffee, they're laughing at you. Sometimes they're putting marbles in your things to show you that life is delightful and fun. Sometimes they're putting a car in your way so that you have to, you know, be 5 minutes late for work. But sometimes they are working to make your everyday existence just a little bit more exciting, a little bit more bizarre, reminding you to chill the fuck out, you know? Not take things too seriously all of the time, because there is a time for seriousness, but there's also much more time for fun. And I don't think that people know that all the time. There's much more time for fun than there is for seriousness when you think about it. I can prove it to you. Because everything in life can be more fun if you just add fun to it instead of seriousness. Literally everything. Literally everything in life can be a little bit more sexy if you just add a little fun to it. And you might be like, how though? How do I add fun to it? Well, I mean, just laugh, you know? Do a little spell. Put some spell work over your day when you wake up in the morning, you know? Put some spell work over your day. Make it beautiful. I'm probably going to have to turn the light off, right? I can't with the big lights. It's a lot. It's a lot for me. I'm gonna turn off the light and light some candles instead, I think. Because where my neurodivergent witch is at cannot stand the big light. It is like hurting me. Yeah. Time's up. 2:12. We're gonna go for a 2-hour work block. A 2-hour work block. Unless someone comes in for a reading. I mean, did these witches order food and not tell me? And the food is here now, and they're literally about to eat food without me. Is that really what's happening? Should we go confront them? Because isn't that messed up? I just heard them yell food. Who orders food and doesn't say, did you order anything? Let's go.
Would you like rice? Oh, hi.
Hi.
Did y'all order food?
That's it.
Why didn't you tell me?
Would you like
Shit, that's really shitty of us. I am so sorry. Do you want some salad?
Live!
I'm
Live!
grounded.
Live!
I have food. We have salad. We have blue cheese dressing with some chicken, with some salad dressing and balsamic
I could
vinegar.
offer you breadsticks. I didn't know you were asking though.
I didn't even think of it. I guess because I haven't done it. Mint, come on.
I heard Amanda food. I was like, oh, what is food? What food? What food we get?
You want some salad?
No.
Why?
Please eat breadsticks though, because I have weight.
Oh, I will definitely eat bread
So
then.
say, why don't you want salad?
As soon as you
That's a beautiful salad.
It is a really beautiful salad.
Wow, look at all
Yeah.
your mother. Yeah, Barbara.
Take all of those.
All right, so from now on.
This little chunk.
Yes. Take
Okay.
Take half of it.
Thank you. I will take that. Can I take a sauce?
Can we share the sauce?
Well, can I dip one in a sauce?
I can eat down here.
Can I just dip it in one sauce? And then I'll do like that. That's what I need.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I don't like a lot of sauce. I just want a little bit of sauce. Thank you. Oh, a whole nother sauce.
I only saw one sauce. I didn't see
Thank
them.
you.
There you go.
Oh, so funny. Oh my God. They out here eating. They out here ordering whole ass pizzas and salads and all kinds of stuff, and I ain't gonna tell me they order food. Oh man. Should we do some magic right now to draw more food in for us? Let us immediately okay. Blue? I think I want to use a book. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so I've got one of the old witches' almanacs, which are one of my favorite things to scrapbook with. If you still have your old witches' almanacs from like years and years before, they are really great to add information to your grimoire, which is one of my favorite things to do as well when we have scrapbook nights. So if we have scrapbooking here every second Thursday of the month. Every second Thursday we have witchy scrapbooking live here at Terra Luna, where we all come together and talk about what our goals are, and then we scrapbook in our grimoires or our journals together. And then we usually have, you know, drinks and food and stuff. And there's a liquor store right across the street, so BYOB. Whenever I encounter like a witchy coven, or like a coven of witches in a new area, it's always so interesting to figure out what their dynamics are. And I'm still like kind of figuring out what the dynamics are with all the witches in this area, because it's very like, just like any community, it's like divided. Of course I raise my eyebrows about it because I'm one of those mischievous people who likes to understand and get into the nitty gritty of what all of everyone's like personalities are and stuff. So I'm gonna cover this. I need to make decoupage. Let's see. Some sort of cute little tub. What is this? Ooh, I just love, like, look at that. There's something so cool about being in like a coven space, because there's so many cool things for magic here. I'm obsessed. Like there's like a whole like basket of mirrors for doing like reflection spells with your coven, like because all of you do it at the same time. So I love that. I just love it. I just love it. I love it. And it's so fun. I'm not a part of their particular coven that they have here, but I'm like adjacent. I've been a solitary witch for so long, and I've been in covens before, and I've led my own. Really difficult for me to find people that I align with enough to be in a coven with them for a very long time. You know, that's the one thing. And it is always my desire, because there's nothing more delicious than being in a group of people who all want the same thing and who all have like powerful magic put toward that thing. Ooh, it's so fun. It's so juicy. I'm literally getting goosebumps thinking about it. I'm literally getting goosebumps thinking about how cool it is when you're in a coven with people and you all put your magic together for one cause. Like it's a beautiful thing, but it's hard to find people you can trust and who are aligned with you in a way that will make things that makes you feel like comfortable, you know? Like I've been in and this is like previous, this is back in the day, but I've been in covens where um we just had a difference in I'm sorry someone is mowing outside. We had a difference in what we would and would not do magically and who and what we would and would not hex and things that we did or did not want to manifest. And so that was like one of the things that we were like that made it hard for me in the first coven. I was like, okay, I had to step out. People just want different things a lot of the time, you know. And when you're working with your magic and putting it together for something, you have to believe in that thing, you know. But when you find a coven, or even if you just do magic with other people for a little bit, sometimes like you don't have to be in a coven to do magic with other people, you know. You can do spell work with your friends or with your family, and it's so rewarding. And your intention, like when your intentions are aligned, anything can happen. Anything can and will happen. It's magic, baby. It's a magic, baby. I'm looking for a stirry McStirrer pot. Something to stir with that doesn't mind getting gluey. This blueberry has like little lines in it like a pumpkin. Oh. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, it smells so bad. Mod Podge. Why does it smell so bad? It's water-based. It smells really bad. So whenever you're doing anything for your business or for your life, for you, whatever, you want to make sure that it is so attuned to you, right? Because this magic that you're doing, and you're always doing magic, queens, whether you admit it or not, or whether you're aware of it or not, you are always doing magic. Always, 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 always. Every time you open your mouth to say some words, that is magic happening. Whether you are intentionally using that magic or not, that is up to you, but you are always performing magic as a human being. So, as a witch, you are intentionally using the energies that you are working with, that you are living with, for your own purpose or for your good, or you are steering them in the direction that you want them to go in. Intention. You're doing things with intention. So I am stirring this Mod Podge into this. I used warm water as well because I'm very particular about it. Okay. I talk about all the time, like, do whatever you want, do what feels right for you. 9,000%. I'm always like, do what feels right for you. Don't listen to anyone. Don't follow the rules. Do what feels right. If someone else's suggestion feels right, then do it. If it doesn't, then don't. Right? For my own personal practice, I am so intentional with everything that I do. Because for me, I like things to feel very personal. I like everything to feel very personal. Even when it comes down to like my clothing, my hair, everything to me has to feel like it is mine. Influenced and like aided by other people and supported by others, but I like things to feel like it's been steeped in my energy. So I like to do things mostly any kind of like support magic, love magic, um, like prosperity magic. I like to do that with warm ingredients a lot for myself because I prefer warmth. And even though mint is like my essence, everyone thinks of mint as cool, it has a warmth to me because it has fire energy in it for me. People will have mint and it's like cool and refreshing. And yes, it is cool and refreshing. But if you eat like a mint leaf, it's kind of bitter and it's astringent and it it soothes, and soothing can be cool or warm. And I like the duality of cool mint mixed with warmth. So I like to do a lot of my spell work with warm ingredients. It's a little tidbit from me. So yeah, this is warm. And then I'm going to also imbue it with other things. Yay, thank you! The smell is hilarious. The smell of Mod Podge and water. Not yummy. But we're gonna make it yummy. So I want to add probably lavender to this. And I'm going to also put in some like, I'm going to show you what it looks like as well. Some magical elements, some other sort of like herbal elements for drawing, for attraction, everything. I know. I always love your help, Jesse. Oh, it's so nice and warm. Are you someone that's comforted by cool things or warm things? I would love to know in the comments because it's really interesting. I remember being a kid in singing class, and everyone was so excited because their books had been on the heater and their books were all warm. And this girl was like, "Oh, I hate that. I like when my book is on the air conditioner and it's cold." And I was like, it's interesting because I prefer when things are warm. But I had never thought of it until that day that people could be soothed by things that were cool in that way, comforted by coolness. Let's see. Let us see. Everything gets magic. Cool, yeah. So because I deal with like Crohn's and like fainting and passing out and stuff, cool is really soothing to me as well. I am definitely someone who needs both equally, hot and cold, because of nausea, cold, because of chronic pain, hot. I want some witches. I want to use like at least one witch's burr because I always put protection in things as well. So we're gonna put some protection in here. I want to talk to everybody. Tell me, friends. I have never worked with angels before. I don't work with angels. The witches here, they are all angel witches. The Reiki master works with Jesus a lot, which I think is great. But I just don't. Yeah. I know. I'm totally with you on that too, no Jane. Because yeah, heat helps with like chronic pain and with things that need to be relaxed. Three burrs. Clockwise, always, unless you're taking things out, unless you're making things go away. Clockwise. Steep that energy in there. Oh yeah, baby. Oh la la la, baby. What else we gonna do? Yeah, Mega Man. Oh, basil for sure, right? Ah, yes. Basil is a big money drawer. Yes, which is birds I use for protection. Basil is big for drawing money. It's also really big for drawing love. And I always infuse love into everything I do because I am just a big old bag of love, you know? And like, I want people to buy stuff from me, and I want people to come into my store and get tarot readings from me, and I want people to come and hang out, but I also want them to fall in love. Because my greatest goal, my greatest joy always is to help people to see and feel more love. Always, always, always. More love, more love, more love, more love. Because that's the one thing that we can all use more of. We can all use more love. That is something that everybody in the world can use more of. We have rose petal in here. We're going to have to go outside for it. We do have flower again. We'll let it go. Flower again and we're laying in the course. Come on. You make a man wanna smoke cannabis. So cool. Oh yeah, get that. Plant is like, help me. Help me, I'm dying. Help me. There you go, you'll be fine. Okay, what did I actually come out here for? Rose petals. Rose petals.
Give in and be like, okay. You're supposed to have this completely and you have control over that. And we're supposed to be submitting and get
Frankincense. Energy raising, vibration raising. It is also a crystalline reminder of the history and ancestry that we are always working with. And then we're going to bring it in here. And put this in here, my friends. La, 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 la. Right? This is a mixture made for the gods. For the gods. For the gods. Baby. And now, I'm going to move you back a little bit. There you go, queen. And now, we're going to put our paper strips in there. Oh, yeah, they like it. Oh, they love it, yes. And take a prize. You know what we need that I did not get? A little towel, because we going to make a mess, ain't we? We going to make a mess, ain't we, y'all? Up a little higher. If you're up higher, you can't see what I'm doing, though. Smack her butt. That's her butt. Okay, yeah, let's get a towel so that we're not making a big old mess. You make a man want to smoke cannabis. Oh, Gertrude. She definitely is one of those things as well that doesn't want to stand up. So I think I might have to put her on a base because she seems like she's not heavy enough to lay the way I want her to. What did you? I saw someone ask something. I saw some mushrooms in my backyard. That means they were fairies in my backyard. Oh yeah, there were a bunch this morning too. Spikes and thorns. So my method for refreshing my locks. Do you plan, roll, or interlock? So I have a couple of different methods and they're just mine, right? So I tie my hair in a knot, sometimes at the base, and then twist any hairs that are not in there into the knot, and then they stay in. Or I will do crochet if things are like out of whack, but I usually just twist and roll and then like braid or put like gel on my roots and then like twist and hold and then leave them like braided for a couple of days. That's what I usually do. That's what I usually do. Oh my god, there's all kinds of cool stuff that I can put on this. This is, I love the little bit of silverware we got here. There she goes. She loves being on the ground. I'm probably going to have to do 2 layers because it's so bright green. And I don't mind a little bit of green peeking out, but it is very bright green. And not really like a green that I'm trying to work with here. You can hear my phone also going off before texting me. I was like, I'm going to go live all day. And I don't know how it's going to work because I am literally in correspondence with so many people right now. I'm working on so many projects. I am trying to, there's no try. I have been working with a lot of women in difficult situations where they've been having to find homes and they've been fleeing abusive situations and needing assistance and support, and it's really hard to find that support a lot of the time, you know, on your own. So I've been working with a couple of women who have been trying to find places for themselves and their children, and it's really hard. It's hard just because it's like emotional and it's stressful, you know, because it's such a dainty situation. You know, when you're in a situation where you have to just like leave your home and flee for your own safety, not everybody has a place to land, and that's something that I think a lot of people don't understand, because they're always like, can't you just stay with your parents, or can't you just stay with blah 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 blah, and it's like not everybody has someone they can just stay with. Not everyone has like a family member that has a house or any room for them to stay with them, you know, and it's so rough. So yesterday I successfully secured almost $3,000 for this mother to move into an apartment that she found at the end of the week, which is really good. I'm really happy about that, and I'm so grateful that I was able to do that. But there's another woman that needs help in like the same amount of time, and it's just like, how am I going to help the other woman too? So I'm trying to figure out what to do. It's always really difficult, and I did, you know, I've been going through churches and stuff like that, so it's not like I haven't been trying the avenues that, you know, I've tried before. But I've been finding myself in this situation over and over again. If you guys remember, I've done this before where I raised money for a mother who was fleeing an abusive situation, and it's like, okay, it's interesting that I find myself in this role because it was once a role that I was in. It was once my life, and so it's fascinating that this is what I find myself doing, among other things. I kind of want to put some of this on there. I just want to see how it looks. It's so much thicker. I feel like it would. I don't know if it'll have an easy time going on. We'll see. And I don't think I can put it on the front because if a jewelry is going to be there, you're going to want the jewelry to stand out and not this. I just like it so much. It's just so cute. You not seeing Ruby? Just my eyeballs are gone. It sticks a little bit. Kind of sticks. I am still making things wet and juicy underneath. Of course I am. Stay. Don't fall. It's on me. It's on me. It's wet and juicy and it's on me. Ew. Slimy things get me, you guys. When things are slimy, I'm like, my whole body freaks out. Providence is a really cool name. I just saw the name Providence, Rhode Island on here, and I'm like, man, Providence is a cool name. Friends, have you ever watched, what are their names? There's a couple, they're a Christian couple, and they make YouTube videos, like family kind of YouTube videos. They don't really show their children or anything, but they had this one video where the wife, when she was first pregnant, she found all these names, like there were words and stuff that she thought would make pretty names if they didn't mean what they said that they were, if they didn't have the definition that they were. And one of them was like urine. And I was like, girl, urine is not a cute name. No, it's not. Urine is not a cute name. Okay. Providence, though. I think Providence is cool. Thermostat? No. I will not be naming my child Thermostat. But like what other, think of like witchy names that you would name your child, but that are probably like a word that means something that you wouldn't want to name your child, but the sound of it is really pretty. And escalate? Escalate. Oh, it's my daughter Escalate? Escalate? I think I like Eska, right? Because Eska's cute. Eska? This is my daughter Eska. Oh my god, Eska's cool. This is my daughter Eska. We're from the country, Alabama. And my name is, of course, Meme. Eska's pretty. So escalate. I feel like it's not too bad. What about cauldron for a boy? Cauldron? That's cute. Would you name your son Cauldron? When you think about it, like don't think of it as this thing. Cauldron. Cauldron. I don't think so. Cauldron? No. Put that down. You know what I mean? I don't hate that. I don't hate cauldron. Cinnamon is a stripper's name, so no. Herbal names are always really nice though. Peony is pretty for a girl, peony, but also it has pea in it, so maybe not. I have to do my homework as well. Skeleton. Would you name your child Skeleton? Skella? Skella. That's cute. Skella's cute. I would name a child Skella. Not skeleton. No. Well, for a boy, skeleton. Or for a non-binary child, Skeleton. Skelly. Maybe not. What about? I feel like there have to be some witchy names that people have used that were probably like not, but they had to do it anyway. You know what I mean? You know how some witches are so in their bag, like they just. I mean, obviously, I named my son a witchy name, but like some witches are like, I'm gonna name my son after Raven. or like water, you know, Ravenlock. That's kind of cute. I would name my child Raven. I would. It's a cute name. It's cool. It has the word rave in it. Oh my god, the substitute. No, you don't name your child substitute. That just came out of nowhere, out of my brain. My brain was like, what about the word substitute? No, you don't name your child substitute. It's bad. Fern, I like. I like Fawn and I like Fauna. I think they're both really cute. I have a friend who named her daughter Fauna, and it just sounds like such a sweet, soft name. Like what an angel. Flora is also really pretty. I like Flora. Um, I don't know. I'm just doing like word association right now, and the word that just popped into my head was Webkin, and I'm sad about that. Don't ever name your child Webkin. Why did Webkin pop into my brain just now? Webkin? Stop. I'm mad at myself for that. I'm trying to think of names that I've heard. Oh, Devastator. Did I ever tell you guys about Devastator? When I worked at JCPenney, I was like in the visual department, and my team and I were walking around seeing what needed to be like zhuzhed and cleaned and making beautiful. And this woman was in the children's department with her son, and his name was Devastator. And and I know that people do, and I appreciate that they do, but like that name is devastating. Am I right? Devastator? Mr. Devastation? Like that's what it makes me think of. Sadness. I wouldn't want to name my child Sadness. What is a nickname when your name is Devastator? Dev. That was a rough one. And I don't forget it because I you know how when people are like hyped about something, so they say it a lot. She was hyped that she named her son Devastator. So she kept saying his name instead of just saying, come here. Devastator, come here. Come over here, please, my child. She said, Devastator, Devastator, come here, Devastator. Devastator, walk over here, please, my child. That's name is Devastator. Like she wanted us to know and understand that her name, the name that she chose for her child, was Devastator. And Queen, we heard you. We wasn't happy about it. I hope that Devastator loves his name and that it brings him much joy and success. Because right now, Queen, the way I look at it, that name ain't gonna bring him nothing but sadness. So let's just say no for Devastator right now. In the name of all that is green, let that boy love his name and let it bring him joy. Let it bring him joy. Watch his mom be in the comments right now. Like, that's me. That's my son's name. Thank you. I named him after my father who saved my life. So, I'm sorry. Well, okay. I just would not want to name anyone anything that had Devist in it. But then again, who knows? Like I said, maybe she named him after her father who saved her life. And his name was Devastator. Devastator Jr., Devastator the Third. Come, little children, I'll take thee away Your world of enchantment. Little children. I was talking with the fairies the other day, and they told me they prefer when I sing in a deeper voice. So I have been. Because they say it is the most authentic to who I am, and that trying to strain my voice to sing higher makes no sense. And I was like, okay, no, y'all right. I do prefer to sing in a lower register, but because I'm female, I feel like I have to sing higher all the time. But that's not true. I can do whatever the hell I want because I have free will, and I can sing in the lowest voice I want. Your fairies always want you to be the most authentic to yourself. And so when I had that little message, I was so surprised. But also it definitely felt empowering. It definitely felt empowering. Does anyone else feel that way sometimes about their voice, that it sounds a way that they don't like, or that it sounds too harsh or too low or too high or whiny or something like that? And like, it's not true. Your voice is never too anything. You know, it's always exactly perfect for you. We have these like ideas that we can be too something, too much, you know, to ourselves. There's no way in the world that you can ever be too much of yourself. You are to be exactly who you are and feel and express exactly the way you want to. It is your right. And if I want to sing in the lowest voice I want to, I will. And having a low voice does not make you sound like a man. I've never thought about that for myself, but I know that some people that have deep voices who are feminine feel like having a deeper voice makes you sound like a man, and it doesn't. It makes you sound like a sexy, sultry woman, or a sexy, sultry they, them, whatever you are. Deep voices are beautiful. All voices are beautiful. And not just because you tell yourself that to feel better about yourself. You know, I think a lot of people think that when people tell them like, oh no, this is beautiful about you, or this is awesome about you, people are like, oh, you're just saying that because they want me to feel better. And it's like, well, no. You know, yes, they are saying it because they want you to feel better. No one wants their loved one to feel sad. But they're also saying it probably because they've heard it before and they know that that's something that people say to people to comfort them. But the original reason why people said these things is because they're true. Everything is like, you know, there's always like a reason why we believe the things that we believe, and the reason why we say the things that we say. And a lot of it is tradition and like, you know, word of mouth or whatever. People just like repeating things over and over again. But like, people telling you that you're perfect just the way that you are, and that you deserve love and kindness and respect just the way that you are, that is not like just a thing that people say. That's the truth. It's actually the truth. And the fact that people forget that and treat each other differently, or treat each other like poorly, you know, if someone like doesn't respect you or love you or care for you in the way that you know that you deserve, it's not because there's something wrong with you, or because you're not doing something right. It's because they haven't learned how to treat people correctly. You know, they haven't learned how to treat people correctly, and that's not your fault. You know, don't let someone treating you badly, you know, don't think, oh, it's because I'm not doing this, or it's because I must not be. No. It's because they haven't learned how to love people correctly. And just because they are not loving you correctly doesn't mean that that's something wrong with you. That's on them. So some people didn't learn that everyone is lovely and sacred and perfect as they are, and that we're all growing beings sharing a really cool existence together, and that we all deserve love and respect. Some people did not learn that truth. And so they don't know how to like perform that truth, and they don't know how to treat people in that way, because that is not their truth. That was not what they were taught. Doesn't mean it isn't the truth still. It just means that it's not their experience. And just because someone doesn't have the experience of loving people well, doesn't mean that they can't learn to love people well. It doesn't mean that they can't learn to love themselves well, which is probably their first step, the first thing they need to learn how to do. Because if they don't know, they don't know how to love other people. Probably because they were taught a really interesting and different way to treat themselves. You know? It's okay. It's okay. Just have to learn a better way. You know? You just have to learn a better way to take care of yourself every day. Don't be a jerk or a stick in the mud. Okay, I like that. I think I'm going to add a little bit of something to the front. There are some cute little like stickers and bobs that I kind of put on here. It needs a base. I'm probably gonna have to glue it to a base or something.
Yeah, I forgot. My house, that would be it.
House.
My keys. See, left my keys sitting here.
Yep, where you live. Right there.
Yo,
Keys.
baby.
Yeah, baby.
It's me, the one people got to ask you if you want lunch.
But
Don't let it happen again.
I was just like sitting here looking at them, we're talking, and I was like, I heard Amanda food, and I was like, ooh, what is the food? Food? I was like, wait, did someone order food? Wait, I want to order food.
Now on, you will be part of the, hey, I'm ordering, you want food?
Yay. I know I haven't been here that long, but I'm here now.
I mix them all the time.
Yeah, I mix them all the time.
Yeah, I mixed.
So the other day you were talking about a flower that should be an anti-inflammatory, or what was it?
Red raspberry leaf?
Red raspberry?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, there was something else.
Oh, yeah. Red raspberry
very
leaf. Mm-hmm.
Well, sorry.
Yeah, I did too, actually. I literally just like, I just like stood at, yeah, I'm having a hot flash. Sorry?
I was looking at it.
I know.
I was like, oh, this is what Mint was talking about.
Yeah, red raspberry leaf is great for joints.
No, it's her hot flash I'm feeling.
Yeah, I'm having a hot flash right now. Right now. Get out of here, heat dragon.
And it's like, it was in.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Jody earlier. I was like, it's a dragon in here, and every once in a while it wakes up, breathes a little fire, and then goes back to sleep.
I'm going hibiscus help too.
Yeah, I put hibiscus in mine. It's so nice. Just a couple of little stickers to make it cute. You know what I'm saying? Just a little zhuzhy. Just a little extra jabop blop. A little extra zibby beep. Oh, my forehead. We were talking about names that would be cute if they didn't have the definition that they have. Like, I was thinking, what did I say?
You're not thinking Karen.
No. Okay, so because a woman did this when she was pregnant online on YouTube. It was like a joke, but she was serious. She was like, I was thinking about how many names are actually really beautiful, but people would hate them because of their definition. I think no, it was urethra. That's what she said, urethra. And I was like, okay.
This sounds like the
This sounds like a
It sounds like Aretha.
This sounds like a Seinfeld episode, though.
Yeah.
There was one. Her name was Dolores.
Yeah. I love that
And they were
name.
like, it sounds like a woman's organ. And they were like,
Oh, Dolores.
Dolores.
Clitoris. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love Dolores. I think that's a great name.
It is. It's an old name.
I definitely like a lot of old names. I like Penelope.
I love Penelope.
Yeah.
Penelope was my mother-in-law.
My mother-in-law's name is Virginia. I love Virginia too. Like, it's so cute. There's a lot.
What other names did you come up with that would be so cute?
We were thinking about I said, what did I say? Intervene.
Definitely not.
For a boy, Tate. That's a good name, Tate.
Taint for a boy.
Cauldron. For a boy or a non-binary kid, Cauldron. I think Cauldron's a great name. There's like another one. Like, okay. Mortar. No. Not mortar. What would you name it? What would you do? Apothecary would be a really cool name.
Yes, that would be nice.
Apothecary? What would you call someone for short if their name was Apothecary?
And their nickname's going to be Potty.
Potty. Wait,
It can either be, we're going to have a potty.
Potty.
I got to go potty.
I gotta go potty. Apothecary is I think Apothecary would be a really cool name. Or I'm trying to think of like witchy names because you know how witches. Athame. That's a great name. Oh, I would totally name a child Athame.
Right? That's a
that's a great name. Mm-hmm. That's a great one. I like Athame.
Yeah.
That one would totally work. I would totally name my child Athame.
Right? It would work.
Mm-hmm. I like elf names too, like Cedar and Elm.
Yes.
I like Elm.
Makes me think of Elm Street.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I think that those names would be cool. She had some names on that list that were cracking me up though, but I could see why she picked them because they were like really pretty. Anemone. You see Anemone? Anemone.
Is that what you're talking about in here?
We're talking about that. We're talking about like love and stuff, and then what else were we talking?
That's why you're here, Mint.
We're talking about all kinds of stuff. We're talking about love and self-love and self-respect and people treating you well and people not knowing how to treat people well and stuff, that kind of thing. And learning along your journey that sometimes shit sucks, but the experience is still worth having.
Sure.
A lot of things in life that with the experience sucked at the time, but when you get to tell the story, you're like, ugh, but now I get to tell this story about this horrible thing that I went through or about this insane thing that I went through, and now I'm like cool and alive,
Samantha, you gotta see what she's got over here. She's got the sauce. Is that sauce going on there? Along with monkey balls and a bowl of soap.
It's decoupage.
Oh, is that what you're doing over there?
Yeah, so I put protection and love and money in it.
Uh-huh.
And then I dipped the paper in it, and then I decoupaged the thing.
Okay.
It's a necklace stand.
Oh.
It was bright green, and the green was hideous. So I was like, let's cover it and put some cute things on it, and I just put some love in the decoupage. And this is one that looks like the sauce right next to it because you got it just in case you dip your breadstick in the decoupage. No big deal. That would be so gross.
I know.
That would be so nasty. Have you ever drank paint water before?
No.
I have.
Oh.
I have. Like painting, you got your cup of water, your cup of juice, and your coffee, and you're painting, and it's literally just immediately barf it out. It's the worst. I've done that with lots of things. Even, have you ever drank the ashtray? The ashtray thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I've drank the ashtray can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's the worst. Yep. Can
No,
of
and as long
bees.
as you don't, how about if you had someone who spits like John used to spit?
Oh, that's
Ugh.
gross.
Right,
I would
no.
immediately
That would make me
barf.
vomit.
Yeah,
I'm
I would
sorry.
vomit. Yeah.
That would be instant.
That would be instant. Yeah. I've had like a can of bees before. Like I was like, oh, and bees. Seeing the bees come out of my mouth made me lose it. I was just like screaming. Yeah, I've been there on this. Or you by mistake eat something that you weren't supposed to. I do that sometimes. It's fun.
Now we know what she was doing. She was decoupaging. Of course, just decoupage throughout her day.
Yeah, we're just decoupaging this necklace stand, and then once it's dry, we'll put it in there, put a little necklace on it, and then what else was our next block, our work block, gonna do?
You know what I find incredible about you?
What?
Like for me, I would have to have it like planned out. Like, okay, this is when I'm gonna do this. It's kind of like just like me doing a spell. Like I got to figure out, all right, this is when I'm gonna do it, and you just like, poof,
If
do it.
I don't do it immediately, it'll never happen.
I love that about you.
So you just gotta do it immediately. Sometimes, because like, you know, I tell Jody if I'm like, oh, can we do this? If he's not like, yeah, then I'm like, I'm gonna do it myself. Because otherwise it won't get done, and I cannot stand putting something out into the air and having it not be completed. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Yeah.
Hi, man. I'm going back.
Look at this pretty flower. I'm gonna put it right here, like that. So pretty. You make a man wanna smoke. I keep singing smoke cannabis and talking about smoking, and I keep not going out and smoking. Because I'm focused on my craft. And you guys know for sure, because of the fact that it's still wet, these stickers are not sticking, but I'm still putting them on here. You are right. I'm receiving a ton of messages right now. They're all gonna have to wait. I might switch the live component and go live on my tablet, and so that I can use my phone, because I need to use it to answer all these messages that I'm getting. I'm getting lots of messages. Apart from, you know, reading tarot and being a life coach and spiritual advisor, like I said before, I'm also working on this project, which I think I'm going to call it the Artemis project, of course, because why wouldn't I? Because my entire like dedication to Artemis, the basis is the protection of women and children, the protection and, you know, service to continue building a space where women and children can be safe. So I've been thinking of starting the Artemis project and having a specific fund that I keep specifically just for when I encounter someone who is in a situation where they are in need of support, financial support, fleeing an abusive situation. I think that it's really important to me, and it has been something that I've been helping with people already for a really long time, and I didn't recognize how often I do it until the last time I started doing it. I was like, this has actually been an ongoing thing since I was a teenager. Like when I first started doing peer counseling, I was like 16 or 17, and I was doing peer counseling with kids who were in AA, or kids whose parents were in AA. And you know how you have like AA kids to help support the kids who are living with a parent who is an alcoholic. And so I went to those meetings, even though my dad was an alcoholic, but he was not an AA and no one knew. I went to those meetings with my friend whose father was an alcoholic, and I wanted to support. So I went with her, and seeing, like, being a part of that world and seeing that world at such a young age definitely created like a sort of a standard in me that like people are always in need of emotional support. No matter how much family they have in their life, how many friends they have, or what it looks like their life is, you have no idea if people actually have someone that they talk to or that they can go to with their deep stuff, and if someone doesn't, and you can like recognize that and see that and be there for them, you can be saving their life. And there are so many people in the world who need help and need love, need support, need assistance, need a friend, need a shoulder, and they are not empowered enough to ask for help. And so I've been in positions where I've seen that, and I am a big nosy blah blah blah, and I will straight up be like, do you need help? I see you struggling, I can tell. And I'm like, you need help, do you need help? And people are like, no, I'm too scared to ask for help. And I'm like, I'm not. What do you need? I will find people who can get it for you, because there are resources everywhere, and there are so many people who are quite literally like in need of someone to take the resources. Like I belong to a lot of groups, a lot of like community groups, and they're always giving stuff away when they have an abundance of things, and it's usually stuff that I don't need, like weird stuff, like whatever it is, it's something weird that someone doesn't need. But one person somewhere needs that box of Depends that you're giving away. You know what I mean? And they can't afford to pay for it, but you are giving away for free. How do we link these two people up? You know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing. I've been linking the people who have the abundance of stuff who want to give it away with the people who need that specific thing and don't know anyone who has it. Because a lot of people do not have the money to buy big things or to spend on like large purchases or things that they need, especially when fleeing an abusive relationship. And there are a lot of people that just have tons of furniture because they're moving or they whatever, and they're just like throwing it away or putting it on the street, putting it outside, donating it, whatever. And other people who are just starting their lives out, even like new families who just had a baby and they're all cute and new and young and they need help, they need support. Not everybody has parents. Not everybody has parents that can help them. I did not. I do everything and did everything on my own. So I recognize that like it would be better if people had help. It would be so much easier if people had help. And it would be so much better for people, mentally if they had help. Like, I can't tell you how much I struggled crying alone in my bedroom or wherever I was, thinking that no one cared about me and that I had to just continue struggling, fighting, working 3 jobs, and putting myself through school by myself. I was like, I'm just gonna have to work until I die. And like, what kind of life is that? It's not a good life for anyone. It's definitely not a good life to raise children in, So I've been thinking a lot about how I can initiate this project, and I did start an in-reach program at Awakened Heart, which is great. I need to either A, find a millionaire who wants to help people and have them fund my projects, or B, I need to become a millionaire so that I can fund these projects. Because all I want to do is make it so that everybody can live their life doing what they love, take care of themselves, have food in a sustainable, living situation, and be supported and happy. No reason why everybody on the planet shouldn't have that. We have so many resources. We should all have that. La la da 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 la la da da da. Okay, I'm gonna put it over here to dry. Let it dry, and we're gonna go outside and smoke. And then we're gonna talk a little bit as well, because I want to pull some cards, and I definitely want to be in a darker room because I'm done with this bright lighting. I have a bunch of earrings that I need to card as well, but they are all singles, so think what I'm gonna have to do is find more. These are gonna go out onto the floor. Do you like them? Cute. And then I've got to put the witch's birds back. There's still a bunch of page in here. Anything else want to get decoupaged? Page. Page. Anything else want to get paged while I'm here? Deco. Page. Actually, you know what? I will. Oh, this is... Okay. I'm just going to do a couple of sheets. I'll use these sheets for hearing cards. Like this. So I'm just going to use whatever we've got left to just put it on here real quick. I feel like there were... Oh, yeah, I did want to decoupage a body form. Like a whole big body form with paper. I think it would look so cool. And also because the body form itself is like gross looking. So whenever you have something that's gross looking and you're trying to clean it and the cleaning's not working, decoupage. 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 There we go. Beautiful. Not beautiful at all. It's just sitting there. But it'll be beautiful when I'm done. I think the rest of it we're gonna use for the body form that I want to do. So I'm gonna save it. Or maybe it'll get all hard. Will it get all hard? I don't know. I'm cold now. Isn't it wild how you can be so hot, having a hot flash, and then be freezing? I'm just down here housing blueberries, no worries. I literally love them so much. Blueberries are the best. Everyone else can kiss my butt. Blueberries are the best. $3.20. Edward. I forgot I have my bookmarks too. I've got Twilight everything today. What I'm looking for, I'm finding so many lighters. This is not what I'm looking for. Candy, lollipops, my wand, an ear. Things are missing. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh my god, there are 15 lighters in here, but not what I'm looking for. Stop it. Oyojo baby. Oyojo baby. Oyojo. There's another marble. Look at this. Fairies everywhere. Fairies everywhere. Everywhere. Just dropping marbles all over the place. Always. Everywhere I go. Marbles. There we go. Let's go outside. Paint on nails. Do you double task? I double task everything. Everything is a double task. I'm doing this as well. Going outside, do some meditation, watch some cars go by, paint my nails, smoke some cannabis, all at once. I'm pretty sure this whole live is gonna be demonetized, so I'm not even worried about it. You just get demonetized when you talk about things that people think are bad, like magic all the time. I still can't believe that my sex magic video was demonetized. Like, really? We weren't even talking about anything salacious. We're just talking about sex magic. We weren't even using body part language or anything. It's so wild to me that they do that. It's so interesting to me that there are things that you can't talk about on YouTube when it's literally a platform for you to post your own personal videos of whatever you want. And it's like, whoa, okay. Like, why can't I talk about whatever I want to talk about and get and still have like standing? Like, why isn't my subject advertisable because I'm talking about sex magic? You can advertise all kinds of stuff on a sex magic video. You know what I'm saying? Contraceptives, lotion, massage oil, oral care, toothpaste. You know what I'm saying? Everything involved with sex magic includes brushing your teeth. But whatever. It's very interesting. It's very interesting indeed. It is a beautiful day. Look at the sky. So beautiful and blue and clear. What a beautiful day. Don't let it fade away. A beautiful day. Ooh. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Can you see me? That one is totally sucked dry. This marble here, I don't remember exactly where I found this one, but I remember this one being a really magical find. I think this one was in the street. Out in the back alley where I live. It's so pretty. It was just on the ground in the middle of the garbage and weird stuff in the alley. And it was just shining brightly like, hello, get me. I think that was this one. Or this was the one that I found in the lake. I might have found this one in water. The iridescent one, I think, is the one that I found outside in the trash. But still, like a really beautiful iridescent glass ball. It was so pretty. Finding marbles is like the most magical thing. Green, of course. What a beautiful day. first day of October. This wind chime is so nice. Totally gonna meditate out here. How you doing? Cute little man. Really hilarious fun fact about me is that I grew up in an abusive situation, and for most of my youth and into my early 20s I was terrified of men, right? So much so that I when I was younger I took martial arts, partially because I was obsessed with martial arts, but also because I wanted to be able to defend myself against men. And I went to a lot of therapy and a lot of like group therapy and a lot of work, and I'm still doing a lot of work around my fear of men, regular human males, and it is so amazing to me still that I married a man. But that again, like, to me is a testament to how wonderful and sweet and adorable and perfect my husband is. Because men are scary. I've had to defend myself against men way too many times. So I still have that little fear in there, you know. It's so hard for me to trust them. I try. And there are a few that are so sweet and so patient and loving, and I'm so grateful for the men in my life that understand that I have a ton of trauma with men, and know, because I'm never trying to be a meanie or a scary person, you know. That's just how life is sometimes, you know. Always a work in progress. But shadow work unblocks your magic. So you gotta do it. In order to get to that point of pure authenticity, of living fully in myself, in my magic, in my glory, in order to get to that point, I have to release all of the crap that's keeping me blocked, you know? And that's one of them. anything that causes you, that makes you feel resistance, it makes you feel uncomfortable, it makes you want to run or hide or move away from that, that is a challenge for you to unblock. Because when you think about it, like, if anything affects you negatively just by you being near it or in its vicinity or by hearing about it, then it has power over you. And like, we don't want that, right? As witches, nothing should have power over us. We are the power, right? So if you're like, oh man, I hate this thing so much, it drives me crazy, it makes me lose myself, then it has power over you, and you should take that power away. Give it back to yourself. I feel like you guys are probably asking questions and I would love to be seeing them, but I can't see anything. Here we go. Violet's a gorgeous name. Tempest, my friends. Yes, Tempest is awesome. Yeah, muchness. And that's what I have. I have lots of muchness. Oh, it's because I keep disconnecting. Sorry, guys. Technicolor Stratosphere, thank you so much for what you said. Raven Lockwood, that's, I know. That's a very, are you baked? Dream telepathy. Yes, Maddie. Yes. Oh my gosh, do I have experience with dream telepathy. I've had some really wild experiences with dream telepathy. It's so funny, it's wild. I had a connection with now three. I realized just a couple of weeks ago that it was three of us. But I had a connection with two other people where we were just like doing dream work together, talking about it and studying it. This was in my 20s. And we had been talking about it so much together and studying so much together that we started dreaming together. And when we started dreaming together, the first time we were just like, whoa, you were in my dream. And you're like, what? You were in my dream too. And then we were like, okay. And then the second time we all like intentionally decided, like, let's go to sleep and meet up with each other in this dream space. Okay. And so the dream that I had, we went, and I remember it so vividly. It's amazing. We were at this like weird amusement park kind of place. Like it was a weird like amusement park / like village town building kind of thing. Really high, just messed up my nails. Hard to explain. I'll try my best. It was like, okay, it was kind of like a town. Have you ever seen, there are towns that are built around a business, like towns, like back in the day they used to build towns around businesses, like they would have a factory or like, you know, some kind of business center or something, and then they build a town around it with the intention that everyone that works in the business center will work or live in the town and blah blah blah. So that's how the place was in my dream. It was like there was a big business center in the middle, or a big like kind of like a what looked like an airport, I'll say. It looked like an airport on the inside. And it was all white and gleaming and beautiful and cool, and it was very like spiritual looking, as if it was like a spiritual center, like a spiritual business center or something. And it was on the beach, and I'm saying was because it was also like kind of broken down, more like ruins than a place that was still there, even though it was still being operated in, which is really interesting. And we were there, and we were just like walking through. It had one of those long clear bridges from one part of the building to another. You know how airports have that like section sometimes in the middle where it's like a long clear byway where you can walk through from one section of the airport to the other. So it was like one of those. We were walking through there, and this man was there. He was obviously like some sort of a leader or something. And he was like tall and handsome, and he had like a white coat on, like a doctor, like a lab coat. Super hot, but also for some reason just not trustworthy. And he had like a walkie-talkie or something with him. And then Kristen, I use their names. And then Kristen, her name is Kristen. You don't know who she is. And then Kristen and her girlfriend showed up, and I was like, "Oh, you're here, yay! You know, let's do what we're doing." And we kind of broke away from the group of people and the really handsome man, and we're like walking around the town and looking at the ruins, because it was as if a lot of people moved there at first, and there were all these beautiful houses, and it was very much like a beach town in place. Beautiful houses, everything was like white and sandy and built up really beautifully. And in the neighborhoods, there would be like maybe one or two families that still lived there, and all the rest of the houses were abandoned. So we're just walking around looking at all these abandoned houses and stuff like that. And then there was just like some kind of alarm or something, some kind of warning, like, oh no, something's happening. And everybody in town was like, you know, getting to their places. Or yeah, you didn't use your turn signal, did you? Yeah, they were all like running around doing whatever. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And me and Kristen and her girlfriend were like, I don't think we're safe. And then woke up. And I woke up. And I told them about it, and they looked at each other. They like looked at each other, and were like, "Oh, that was this place." And I was like, "What?" Like they knew what I was talking about. They knew who the man was and everything. And I was like, "What?" So that was definitely my one of the biggest experiences that I had. And we continued to dream together for at least, I think it was at least 5 more times we dreamed together until we didn't anymore. But it was an experience that was just so wild. It was so wild. And of course, like, when you have experiences like that, you're always like, okay, are you leading? Like, are you... I'm sorry, there's so many cars going by. Like, are you just playing into what I'm saying or whatever? But no, they knew what I was talking about. They knew the man that I was talking about. They described the way he looked. They described his voice. They described how he spoke, and they were like, he was really charismatic, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, and they were like, his name is this. He likes to prey on like young witches or young mystics or something like that. And like, don't talk to him. Don't even get involved with him, because he will like find you and give you all of this power, and then he owns you. And I'm like, what? And of course I'm like, what? You know, whatever. But it was very odd, and I dreamt about that place one more time, and then the other dreams I had after that were whatever. But it's always such a fascinating thing to dream with people, and for me it's unique because I don't dream a lot about people that I know. I know some people dream in like mundane life a lot. They dream in like everyday life, like they do normal things, and the whole dream is pretty normal to the point where you don't know that you're dreaming all the time. But I always know when I'm dreaming. Oh man, my part was busted up. This is what happens when you have an oral fixation. You put things in your mouth all the time. And you recognize it, and you keep doing it anyway. Alright, we're gonna go in. Because I wanna pull some oracle cards for some situations, and then we're gonna do homework. Where's my marble? Found it. Such a beautiful day. Look at it. Look at it. Gorgeous. Gorgeous day. Look at the plants. Look at the grass. Gorgeous. Gorgeous day. Look at Herbies. Look at all the little fairies here. See them? We are a fairy full house here. Look, do you see them? There are a bunch that live back there, little fairies, amongst the sage. Being little creepy fairies. Ah, yes. Oh, look at them. Oh yeah, they're so cute. Ah. That's so sweet. I love them. They're so cute. Little babies. I love this piece of driftwood. Look at it. How swirly. I mean, not driftwood. Swirl line. So big. The one in the back is really pretty too. I love it. Yeah, look at him. He's so big. He's huge. He goes by the window. So big. I can't wait to decorate this. It's gonna be so dope. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
That you have to wait till you're done with that.
Yeah, because Evelyn was all fine.
Because this is, I'm into this right now. There's something about these, like, gothic, it reminds me of Hot Topic, right? It takes me right to Hot Topic. It takes me right to that place. Oh, I need my tea. Oh no, I need my tea. I also really want this to be a higher chair. I feel like a baby in this chair. Like, am I a baby right now? Am I? Look how short I am. Edward Cullen. Edward Cullen. Bella. Edward, what is on your face? Chocolate? What have you been eating? You need this piece of grass is stuck to my nail polish. My nails are hilarious. They're okay. They're all right. Jacob, what is this in your pants? Jacob, what is this in your pants? That's what she said. Jacob, what is this in your pants? Stop. Anyway. Anyway, yeah, let's Gothic Oracle. Look at this. I'm telling you guys. Okay, so you guys have watched Practical Magic, right? You know that scene in Practical Magic where that woman comes to the... Okay. Let me close my curtain. Okay. You guys know that scene in Practical Magic where the aunts are like downstairs in the kitchen and the nieces are like sitting on the stairs and that woman comes in and she's like asking them for like a love spell or an obsession spell. That is real, okay? And I want you guys to know that people come in and people ask for that stuff all of the time. And it baffles me. And whenever it happens, the situation is always more extreme or more like, it's always more like crazy. Like, I remember the first time someone ever asked me to do an obsession spell for them in person. Like, people ask me online all the time, but people in person who asked me, I was like, how old was I? 33. I was 33. It wasn't that? It was like 10 years ago. And this woman was in love with this man, and he's married, and they were next door neighbors, and she was his wife's like nurse or caretaker until she died, and then she just assumed that the man was gonna marry her afterward because they were best friends. And she said she was in love with him, and he knew he was in love with her, and blah, 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 blah. So she was just like, well, as soon as her wife dies, it's going to be you and me. And it wasn't. And he didn't let her move in, so she freaked out, and then he started dating somebody else, and so she freaked out, and so she wanted me to put an obsession spell on him for her, because she felt like it was her right to have him after his wife had died. Like in her head, it was logical, and it was wrong of him to not, like, this woman has just come in with the same thing, and they took her upstairs. So I'm all like, I want to go up there, but like, what if we went up there and like just stood by the door? I'm so nosy. That's probably bad, right? Curiosity killed the cat. Ugh. But still, I feel like this world is a world that should have its own reality TV show, like local witch shop reality TV show. Like, seriously, sometimes the things that happen are wild. Like Okay, we're gonna stop. We're gonna chill. I'm so curious. I can like hear them walking around, and I'm like, what's going on? 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 I mean, of course, always in any situation, you have a consultation with the person first, right? You always talk about what's going on first, because in any situation where someone's asking you for spell work, we always make sure that they actually need spell work first, because usually you don't. Right? You usually don't need spell work first. Usually you just need to talk to somebody. That's always the solution. When someone comes in for magic consultation, it's usually that they just need to talk. And then once they talk it out, they actually are fine. But if it gets to the point where someone's like, no, I do need work done. I need you to physically shift energy, then you go in for a consultation and we talk about what it is that actually needs to be shifted and in what direction, and if it is your job to shift it or if it's going to be shifted on its own, or if we should speed up the shift or whatever, and everyone does their own, magic to their discretion, because like I said, we're not in a closed coven together. We are all, well, I think they are, but I'm not, so usually you would do everything together if you were, but we are not. Which is why they are up there and I am down here, and I'm so nosy. Yo, you ever want to join a coven just to be nosy? Stop, that's toxic. But do you ever want to join a coven just to be nosy? That's the Gemini talking. I would never. Obviously, my entire being is only devoted to the betterment of people as individuals. But sometimes I just like to know the tea. Hashtag Gemini. I am like insane. I'm about to crawl up the steps. Everyone's up there now. Should I take my shoes off? Let's take my shoes off. What time is it? 3:53. Should I take off my shoes? If you had ancestors that were Christians and avoided spirituality because of negative teaching, would you still put them on your ancestor altar? Yes. Yeah. You still put them on your ancestor altar because I am still friends with Artemis, yeah. What was I gonna say? I am still friends with Artemis. Actually, we were gonna hang out on Friday, but the game night was canceled. I was so bummed. Okay, someone just came back downstairs. I'm just gonna be nosy. Hold on. La 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 la. We're just gonna look around. We're just gonna walk around and pretend something's happening. Someone's shuffling cards. La 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 la. La 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 la. What's going on?
Yes. And she was like, oh.
I was like, uh-oh, something happened. And I came out here.
And I'm like, oh.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Yep.
Look at the front.
Yep.
Toads.
I enjoyed that a bit.
Look at them. They love each other. They're so cute. Look at them. They're in love. Brian and Jeremy, they've been on a date for what? 3 hours now? Yeah, for a few hours. And I think they are just super. And I think that they are aligning on their wizardry right now. Brian's eye is a little bit closed, so he's definitely like turned on a little bit. So yeah, they're in love. They're
The
love.
croaking has been, making these melodies.
Yes, they're totally gonna be a couple. Please, we're gonna continue to let them date for a while, but I'm telling you, I mean, I'm psychic, so I know there will be a wedding. How fun would that be? A little toad wedding?
Maybe a wedding party then.
Yeah. Oh man, that's great. I love the idea of that. Oh my gosh.
And Brian needs some clothes then.
I'm gonna give Brian some clothes. Yeah, I'm gonna get him. I think he would look so cute with a little bow tie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a bow tie. Yeah, I think it's really cute. Oh my gosh. This is so. Okay. I wonder what's happening. Okay, so that happened to me once too. Tell me, okay, witches in the comments, please tell me this ever happened to you, because that is some like audacity. Am I right? Okay, somebody else. Oh, my friends are here. I was like, who is that? I was nervous about what was happening because of what's upstairs. No, my friends are here. I'm here. I'm totally live right now. Yay! Yes. Here, I'm gonna come out. Hi. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yay! Thank you so much. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how did I forget my plan?
Because we were having so much fun.
I know.
on
We were just like
Friday.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got into
Yeah.
talking to cats, and like, there's no going returning from
Yeah.
that, you
Why
know?
don't you talk about cats? Mm-hmm.
That guy, I just kind of shoved him in there to get him
No,
to
that's
care for
right,
you.
yeah,
That's the like
yeah.
swirly, twirly, whirly guy.
He's very cute.
I watered your
Thank
ogre
you.
ears.
I'm gonna stick that right here. We're just gonna.
Hey, how's it going?
15.
And then
The little
that little guy, and then these are the sweet potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
So I've just been like turning them around to put them back in the bottom of the dirt.
Oh,
And then
okay,
they'll
yeah.
sprout sweet potatoes down in the dirt.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And then your oil, I didn't fill it for you today because I would have
Okay.
made it way more
It would be
heavy.
heavy. Yes. Thank you.
So,
Thank you. Thank
you
you.
are so well, and it's Catherine's birthday today.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Happy birthday. You want a birthday reading?
On me. Birthday reading on me. You don't have to, no pressure, but
Mm-hmm. It won't be live. They'll watch Alicia. I'll have them watch Alicia.
You know what? I've never had one before, so
You should.
Yes.
you're a treat then.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you guys hang out with Alicia while I'm doing the reading.
my reading halfway through.
Talk to them about their life.
Hi.
And then knocked over a lit candle. And
So I'm doing a little reading for myself today
then it goes,
because
looks like a
oh, look at that.
Yeah. And my
How to better recognize my life.
Yeah.
It seems judgment came up upside down. Isn't that great? What will shock me? We shall see. Oh,
Can I creep in the background while you do your own reading?
absolutely.
Beautiful tarot deck you have.
Thank you. It's the Modern Witches Tarot, and I have to tell you, it really, I enjoy the deck. Why is every card in reverse? Can you answer that for me, though? Can you answer that?
The next one that's going to pop is going to be crazy. Hold on 1 second.
So, okay, so Mint's doing a reading, and you have me. My name's Alicia. I run Terra Luna. I own it.
Oh, great. Okay.
I'm the witch in charge. Anyway, sorry. So, yes, Mint is talking about a toad wedding. And I have to tell you, I didn't know Brian had such a personality until Mint came here. And of course, it's like every creature in the shop or every spirit or element within this shop has woken up. Has woken up and has had a life, and I didn't know it. I mean, yes, I'm a witch, and sure, I pay attention to things around me, but not like Mint does. She's so elemental. And when I tell you just the greenery that has started growing here has been crazy. My plants are loving her. And when Mint was doing meditations here, I have plants up in the one room, and I call her or text her, and I'm like, "Yo, girl, why do I have mushrooms growing in my plants all of a sudden?" Because Mint was in the room. It's at least what I'm coming up with. So anyway, yeah. So she's telling me about, the wood in the shop not being joined with the other wood in the shop, and I'm like, what? So then she was telling. Then did you ever see like creatures or the spirits within the actual crystals? Well, yeah, I did, and I tell it to Mint, and she's like, well, yeah, that makes sense. And I'm like, girl, what is happening? So Mint has definitely added some stuff into the shop. And I don't want her followers like disappearing because I have no idea what I'm doing here.
You're too funny.
What am I supposed to say? Let's see. We have a spell in the background going off over there. Yeah. Isn't it? It became really good. I really did the herbs well.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, and I love your dried orange slices. And
Oh, thank you.
yeah, I'm looking at getting a whatever tree makes cinnamon to do, like to grow up and like cultivate our own cinnamon sticks and stuff.
I have to switch up the altar for Samhain. I was thinking of that today, but I still have time. Right now it's still dressed for Mavon and Llamas.
It's beautiful.
Right, but it looks good, and the spell is doing well.
Yeah.
At least I think so anyway.
And I have this exact same tray.
You need a charger. You have to.
Yeah, it like similar vibes to like all the little chalices I like to get on Etsy. They're all like copper and like.
But you know what, right? And like something like that, you have any idea? Yes, I break a lot of glass, it seems.
Same.
So
That's why I thrifted it.
Right. But also it's, and I've had some thick plate glass burning a candle on and it just broke it. Like I'm sitting here and like all of a sudden the glass pops. Or then I even used terracotta dishes.
Mm-hmm.
And those worked great
Yeah.
until I put too many herbs. Well, I dressed the candle with too many herbs, right? So then the herbs put on fire. So then I see it catching on fire and I'm like, it's okay because terracotta lasts up to like 2,500 degrees or something.
Yeah.
So my friend Jess, she started to panic and she's like, no, you have to take it out. So I'm going through the shop holding it like this and like the flames are coming. Well, it's cold outside and there's a metal chair out there and I put it on the metal chair and what happened? Cracked.
Yeah.
So now I also have a fire on top and on the bottom.
Oh, perfect. And broken glass.
And the broken pot.
Yeah,
That's why it's fun.
Outside in the winter, while you're at
So
work.
I
It's
wound
really
up
convenient.
throwing a rug with the plastic mat over it. And it all went out.
Okay,
Everything's fine.
I'm gonna bring you one of the many fire blankets I have in my car.
Oh,
As a
stop
gift
it.
to
I don't
you.
need a fire
I know
blanket.
you don't need, I think everyone needs like one, just in case. Just in case.
I'm getting a fire blanket. She's getting me a fire. They are getting me a fire blanket. I'm not going to say it won't come in handy because the amount of fires, little flames that you have, they're good to have. You burn a lot of things. Nothing has ever really happened, knock wood. But even at home, I burn candles at home, right? And I put them on my mantle. And you ever burn candles and then see what it does to the mantle behind it or the wall behind it? Like, oh. So let's just say I wanted to get rid of the mess before my husband came home. So the magic erasers? I'm sitting there with the magic eraser trying to get it off the wall. I understand better safe than sorry. You're right, and it is true, better safe than sorry. But anyway, my husband, when he came home, he was like, what happened to the wall? I'm like, nothing, babe, what happened to the wall? It's all great. Now, nevertheless, I had to try and clean it up a bit, and I know, but you wouldn't know. Where's Mint? Mint is doing a reading. She left you with me. I'm sorry, I'm not as fun as Mint. She'll be back soon, I promise. You want to give me a subject to talk about instead of my rambling? You could. Come on, give me a subject. I'll see what I can do. See, you're all at a loss for words too. All right, what do you got? Cats. I love cats. So I used to run a rescue. I saved over 300 cats and kittens. And it all started with my one cat, Maisie, when I was married to my ex-husband. I'll show you her picture. I was married to my ex-husband and we had a house. And I'm like, why do we have this big old house? Like, what are we supposed to do with it all? And I read that somebody was looking for foster homes. And I'm like, okay, let's get a kitten. So she walks with this kitten. She had to be like this big, the biggest ears, and she was a tortie. And oh my God, was she the cutest thing. It's okay, I didn't take offense to it. So anyway, in she walked, she was this cutest thing. So she wound up having like coccidia. She wound up having an upper respiratory and conjunctivitis. And nice to meet you too. And I wound up obviously, and she was my first foster and she was my foster fail because she wasn't going anywhere. So from that, literally through over 300 cats and kittens, that the most kittens, now our house was under construction, so we were able to take a room upstairs and convert it into just yucky rugs and stuff like that. And I did. Well, thank you. It was hard, but at one time we had over 30 kittens in one room, and I would take them to adoption days, and to get to feed them was like you had to suit up before you walked into the room because they were crazy, and they were all probably about the same age. They were probably about 7 to 8 to 9 weeks old because we would rescue them from animal shelters. People would just drop them off, and of course you have kitten season. It was really crazy, and they were nuts. And to run out of names, like I can't tell you how many TV. It was like we had TV show season one year, and we had artists another year. I had 8 black and white kittens that came in at the same time. Picking them apart and realizing their names was a lot of fun. But it was. How about a topic of ancient magic? Ancient magic. Well, I can go into ancient magic where I'm wondering how to talk about ancient magic. How do I talk about ancient magic?
Do you like chatting about Appalachian witches?
I don't do, so I'm not Appalachian. I don't do Appalachian. I work more with Artemis. I work more with Hecate. And I also work a little bit with Gaia. If you look at how I actually design the shop, it's around the elements. So that was kind of my ode to Gaia a bit. Most of my work though is with Hecate and Artemis, and I do a lot of ancestor work. Talk about Hecate. Hecate, she is my light. So how I look at Hecate is I look at her as my light in my darkness. She definitely unlocks a lot of doors for me. And she definitely talks to us. So we had an issue here and I needed the protection. So what I did was I basically, the person went upstairs and I went down on my knee, and you see my little altar here. So this altar is for the shop, and on it is representation of Hecate, Artemis, Gaia, and on the other side is Deirdre of the Sorrows. So I went down on my knee and I talked to Hecate. And I used to have a little altar on the side over there, which is my personal stuff. And on the one altar, there's a dog. I'll show you this dog. Hold on. Show you the dog. So there was a dog.
Beautiful.
Yes, and it's a bronze and it's a golden retriever. And I understand that, Hecate it should be black and black dogs, but this, I was like, okay, I'm going to use this as my representation towards her and, where I'm creating an altar for her. So I get down on my knee, I'm talking to her, And about 20 minutes later, the customer comes down from upstairs, and one of the other practitioners in the shop, she's upstairs, and she's like, there's a dog running around the shop. I'm like, what? And she goes, yeah. And I said, what does it look like? And she said, it looks like a golden retriever. I'm like, get out. Because, hello, talk about getting an answer from a goddess. I was like, that to me is amazing. And that's how she comes up for me. She, you know, I told you I have that altar over there, and on that altar, I would have a representation for her personally. I would have a representation for Hecate personally, and Gaia and Mary, because she's also an ancestor saint. And Hecate was like, yeah, no, I want my own altar over there now. So now she has her own altar over there, and she's there. And of course, that's just for the shop. I have her also at my house, and at my house she has her own altar. And normally every day when I come into the shop, the first thing I do is I'm putting something at Hecate's altar. Usually it's just going to be an incense. Then I'm going to light my incense for my food dogs, because they're definitely guardians. But then I will light the candles on the altar and, you know, say good morning to the goddesses and for my help. And yeah, that's how I keep up my upkeep here, because I don't necessarily keep my upkeep, I think, at my home altar. When I am home though, and I'm not coming into the shop, then I will, you know, do something at the shop, as well as, you know, I have my different days. Like I'm always doing something on the vanishing moon for Hecate, and actually we have a Samhain ritual that we're going to be using Hecate with their ancestors, so that should be good. But I also like working a lot with my ancestors. That's been pretty interesting, and every time it's amazing. You work with Gaia, you work with Mother Earth. I would like to. Yes, I work with so much more with Gaia. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. It was my pleasure. You want to hear what?
Oh, more about your ancestor work, like what that looks like functionally
So
for you.
for me, what that work looked like, the first time I did it was actually during a Samhain ritual.
Okay.
And you know, I created on all the corners, whether it was a dish for a fruit, and then an incense, and then it was water, and then a candle. So, and then I went into ritual, and it was crazy because it was like, I didn't even get into a meditation before I already felt them.
So, and when it happened, were you sitting down and you're like, this is the intent of the work today? Or is it
Yes,
you were like,
I called them.
okay. And
I called them.
Okay, and that was the first time, and then immediately it felt different?
Immediately. It was like, they came, like they were there. Like,
Yeah.
It was like before I even finished calling out and doing an incantation, they were like there knocking on the door.
So
And I was
thank
like,
goodness.
oh, and I'm like, that's crazy. So then, you know, I go in and I'll talk to them. So like I needed protection, quite honestly,
Yeah.
around the shop.
Yeah.
And someone said to me, go to your ancestors. And I'm like, what do you mean? All right,
Yeah.
I'll go to my ancestors. So I go into a meditation, and I see my ancestor, and she's just like there, and she's like almost like, what took you so long?
Yeah,
And I'm
been
like,
waiting.
all right, right. She's like,
Yeah.
I've been waiting for
Yeah.
you. Where were you?
Yeah.
And I'm
Tapping
like,
your foot like
sorry.
this.
And it was like, as soon as she was like, okay, like she did this, I followed her, and boom, I had a sigil in my head, and I'm like, and I'm a Virgo, so I had to
Me too.
I had to search to see if I saw this sigil anywhere, and I didn't see it anywhere. And I'm like, okay, you just have to accept it. So then I did, recently, it was probably about a month, maybe 2 months ago, I did a meditation. It was talking about how to connect with the other parts of your ancestors. And I'm like, all right, let's give this a try. So I went into it, and it was like, and of course I write all this stuff down because
Yeah.
I'm not going to remember everything. But I met a Turkish warrior. He was on a horseback. I also had an Indian, a Native American. I also had her. There were kids, there were a bunch, but then I went back into another meditation, and he came out. The Turkish warrior came out, and it wound up that he said to me that he is I'll call her the gypsy woman. He is her great grandfather.
Okay.
And I'm like, And then he was talking about how he was from Turkey. He told me his name. He talked about, fighting the Blackamoors. And I'm like, so then of course after I get out of it, I'm like sitting there like, I'm going down a rabbit hole trying to just see like,
piece it all together.
Piece it all together.
And
so
like,
there was that.
When you're feeling afraid and feeling like you need protection, and then you connect with a Turkish warrior.
That was exactly it. And that's what was cool because he said,
He was ready.
use me. He goes, use me for leadership, use me for protection. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But you know what was amazing too? Even when I became Reiki attuned, I felt them.
Yeah.
Like I felt them like right behind me waiting for me to be attuned.
Yeah.
Like they were like right there, like, okay, here we are. So now I'll experience them coming out. And now like recently I had an older woman come through, and she actually came into my backyard, and it happened after Mint did she did a meditation, a drum circle at my house for the shop.
Yeah.
And after everybody left, and I'm sitting in my backyard, and where the bonfire is, and I walk out of the circle. Hey guys, I did for a bit. Where's Mint? Hi, I'm Alicia. Mint is doing a reading. She had me just stall for a little bit, so don't be bored by my conversation. And if you want, tell me what to talk about, and I'll try and oblige. So I come out of the pit. That's okay. So I come out of the pit, and I look to my left, and there's a woman standing there, an older woman, which I want to say, and she's like, and I'm like, So part of me like wanted to run because I'm like, oh,
She could feel her energy.
like feel her energy.
Yeah.
She was there, and at one point, then she's like right behind me, and I'm like, whoa. So then I'm like, okay, calm down.
And this
is
was
your
one of the
house.
clients who came to the drum circle meditation, or a random stranger.
Listen.
Oh, sorry.
Just listen.
I'm gonna sit right here
So
on the
I come out and I'm walking, and I'm like, okay, this is my house. I know where my boundaries are. I know where my protection is. And I start going up this way, and I'm like, just let me get to the lavender in my head, because I use the lavender as protection. As soon as I hit the lavender, I felt her pull off, and she went up the other way. So it was like I was going up this way, she was going up this way. I got to the top, she got to the top, and she just looked at me, and I was like, I wasn't afraid.
Yeah.
So my thinking is she's a guide. So you get different guides.
Yeah.
She's a new guide for me.
Yeah.
So we've bonded another time. Mint told me to go and sit in my elements, sit in my backyard, to sit with the land, talk to the land, explain to the land who I am. Because yes, I may have all these wards and stuff around, but if the land doesn't know who I am, it doesn't know what it's protecting.
Yeah.
So I introduced myself to land, and when that happened, I knew she was there. Now, I can't say I actually have chatted with her, but I'm seeing her more.
Yeah. Well, and it sounds like you're communicating through feelings and presence more than like verbally yet.
Right. Like I am definitely, I know when she's there, I know when she's not. So no, she didn't come in with somebody. She came out because of the music.
Yeah.
It was the energy. It was Mint on a drum, and it was the energy of everybody responding to Mint. And hello, you have a bunch of witches in a circle chanting. That's kind of what
right.
happened.
That's what I was.
Right? That's what
she
happened.
was kind of like, "Hey, where was my invitation? Like, I'm gonna scare you a little
Yeah, I
bit to
think
let
it
you
should-
know that you need to invite me."
Yeah, I
next
think it was
time."
more like a hey, what you got going on?
Yeah, this looks fun. This looks like something I like to do.
The life of a witch.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
So what else? What kind of crystals do I work with, and ways do I work with them? Moldavite was a very big one for me. Moldavite is probably the one crystal I have worked with so intensely, and I didn't even know the amount of work that was going into it. So I wore Moldavite probably about 3 years ago. I worked in my old job. I worked for an auction house, so I would be the person that people would call up and say, hey, how much is this worth? And I would tell people what their stuff was worth, and I would send the crew out to go pick their stuff up, and I would, appraise stuff and things like that. So anyway, and I was in my job for a very long time, and I just knew it was time to go, and I didn't know where it was time to go. So the first time I picked up Moldavite, it actually made me nauseous. Like, I was like, oh, no. And you read so much about something, and it was the first stone that I really, really felt. And I left it at the shop, and I'm like, no, this isn't for me. It made me nauseous. And then I had a dream, and it was like, you need to be wearing some Moldavite. So I'm like, okay, I need to be wearing some Moldavite. So I actually ordered the Moldavite from the Ukraine before the Ukraine war, And so I got my Moldavite pretty quickly, and from that moment on, I started wearing it. And how Moldavite worked for me is, again, it was moving things out of my way. It was just whether it was putting in my thought of like, hey, this is what you want to do, to giving me the courage to do it. No, Moldavite is not cheap. A piece of sale. I think at the time I got it, it was like $60. And like literally the piece was maybe about an inch long, maybe about 3/4 of an inch long, and it was thin, but it definitely, yeah, exactly. It definitely, I am making my grimoire. Okay, I have an old book. And plan to do whatever. Do you have any? I didn't read the rest of that. Sorry. Sorry, I don't read that quick. Well, I do, but I'm not used to this. So anyway, the Moldavite. So here I am, 2 years later. The Moldavite totally changed my life. I left my career of 20 years to open up a metaphysical store, to go from making a very nice salary to not making any salary, but hey, to be so happy with what I am doing and feeling like I'm actually aligned with where I'm supposed to be is what the Moldavite did. So actually, and then the moral or the ending of the story is, when I opened the shop, I lost the Moldavite, and I lost it in my house. But I didn't know that. My husband found it like a week later, and he gave it back to me, and I'm like, yep, nope, I'm done with it. And I hung it up. And then a friend of mine was going through some stuff with her job and her business and not sure what she was going to do. And I heard in my head, give her the Moldavite. So I gave her my Moldavite. And lo and behold, she also left her old job and her regular 9-to-5 grind to do what she wanted to do. So then, interestingly enough, I was like, I was going through some stuff recently, about a year ago, and I'm like, I really wish I had some Moldavite on me. Would you know, within 2 weeks, she comes walking in the shop, and she's like, hey, I think you need this back because it's been falling off my neck. And I'm like, wore that Moldavite, and yes, that situation cleared itself up. That's crystal I work with. If I'm working with another crystal, it's going to be my probably clear quartz, because I'm working with it as a pendulum, and I love my pendulum. And I saw the spirit of the quartz last week, and I was like, oh, check that out. It looks like Merlin. That's my experience.
That is incredible.
All right, where'd the grimoire page question go? How can I answer the grimoire question? Where was it? I don't know how to find her stuff. I'm not touching her phone.
You might just need to scroll.
I'm not touching it. Oh, look at that shit. Look at you. Do I have any tips for making a grimoire? Okay, yeah. So, all right, tips for making a grimoire. You want to see what I do? So, I'm a Virgo, and I overthink everything. See, Virgo. I overthink everything. And I'm like, well, if I do it this way, I can't really do it this way because, what happens? And I was using a loose leaf to create things and stuff like that. So then what happened was I had to, sorry, people coming around. I'm stalling.
You're stoned?
I'm
a birthday reading.
I'm live.
Oh, okay. Hi, everybody.
That's Amanda. She says hi. So what I do is someone said to me that when they do it, they create their grimoire in spirals. And I'm like, how can that be? Because what are you supposed to do? Well, a spiral is actually, because in the spiral, it's where their most current information is. So I was like, wow, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. So around here we have a Five Below, and I went to Five Below, and I got a sketchbook. And my sketchbook then is where I've been doing my grimoire. But mind you, my grimoires are kind of specific. So this grimoire is just protection. So this one comes back and forth with me from my house to the shop because it's the one I probably use the most, because I'm always calling some kind of protection around the shop. My other grimoire at home is about general spells and things that I've done. And I also have a separate one just for my ancestor work. So I'll write in it about the meditations, I'll write in it about what I did, I'll write in it about who my ancestors were, I'll write in it. This way, it's all in one place. And I figure it's keeping enough info in it or enough blank pages where I can continue to write into it. And then eventually when I need a new one, I'll know that whatever I had was older and the newer stuff will go in the new one. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do have a loose leaf binder full of stuff, from herbs to correspondences to things like that are helpful and I'll go back to. But once I start using this stuff and I figure out what I really like and what I'm doing is when it goes into one of my grimoires. I mean, that's how I deal. And then like what happens is like today, okay, I did a spell today. I will take this and I will put this one actually go into my ancestor one, and because it's on a piece of paper, it's fine because the Virgo in me wanted to make sure that the books were large enough to put a piece of paper in so that the edges don't get yucky. So that's why the sketchbook really worked for me. And yes, I had to get over the fact of, okay, what if it doesn't have lines? But you know what? Then I'm cutting things out. Then I'm pasting things in. I'm putting stickers in it. And for me, it's kind of working because I'm like, oh, all right. I'm beginning to like the way this is looking. And then I'll get a little bit more creative with it because I can always go back and add embellishments and stuff like that. But that's how I work with it. I hope that helped.
The most Virgo to ever Virgo. In the best way. That's the biggest compliment. Genuinely.
Well, you know why? It worked for me.
Well, because the thing is, I'm also Virgo. If it's not organized and clean and fun to look at, then it causes me more stress and grief, and it's not comforting to me.
Right. Like I was over stressing so much about I had this big binder full of stuff, and I'm like, but where do you put it?
Yeah.
And like,
and how do you make it functional?
Right.
And how,
and to separate out the books just made so much more sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
The other thing you could do, if they,
Yeah. Because you know I want to know.
I know, but I'm not talking.
Oh my God. I can't wait because you were like, oh. I was like, I knew he looked familiar.
I can't imagine the expression on my face.
Oh my God,
I saw who it was. I was like, oh.
Girl, that was great. I'm like, do we know this person? I'm like, I know this person.
Yeah, I heard you say that and it didn't click until I saw. I'm like,
yeah, you actually did that.
I was like,
Drama at the metaphysical shop.
Yeah. It's like, if you guys pay into our Patreon, you can hear about what just happened.
freaking out and stuff.
Look, man, I got nobody left.
Great.
Oh wait, no, I got. Oh yeah, some people left. Sorry.
They come and go.
They come and go.
You off the shop for Christmas, and now you get our men.
Yeah.
They were asking me questions. We went through grimoires, we went through magic, we went through the fact that I ran a cat rescue because someone said talk about cats.
Oh yeah, we love cats. All day we'll talk about cats. Wonderful. Thank you for babysitting for me.
It was a lot of fun.
My little musclings. It was great. We had a wonderful reading in the back. It was fantastic.
Perk on his shoulder. That was it.
So when he can't get you, he comes in, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. That is very interesting indeed. Very interesting indeed. Wow. That would make me freak out if somebody was like coming to get me. Wow, my boobs look so big today. Pagan portals. Aphrodite. Encountering the goddess of love and beauty. Initiation. I have not been initiated into the priestesshood of Aphrodite. I have been initiated into the priestesshood of Artemis, but not Aphrodite yet. I think I have another year or two of study before I feel confident enough. But she is like, the visual I just got was of Aphrodite literally sitting on my face. Not in that way, but just like sitting on me and being like, I'm taking over. Love, 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 love. Wow.
Do you mind?
Ooh, oh.
Or I can come back. Or do you want to do right here, Angela? Not today. Okay.
Irisanya moon. I don't know Irisanya moon. Interesting. Interesting.
Do pendulum work and Reiki because you also like connect.
Okay, friends, it is almost cleanup time for the day, so I'm going to probably clean up. Let's go in the tarot room, clean up our tarot situation. I'm gonna clear the area in here. After every reading, you have to do a little cleanse. You know, that's because you have to. I wanted to show you. Yeah, I wanted to show you. I'm wild about this, like, totally cool, totally amazing, totally fantastic energy that's in here right now. We have just had all kinds of little buzz energy things happening here. So hilarious. I'm gonna have to plug you in too. It's getting to be that time. I gotta get my plants, my beautiful plants. I'm so excited. I'm gonna peace out and do a be right back stream, and I will come back on live when we get to our next destination. I'm just gonna run and clean around, and then we'll be back. Oh, can I do that? Can I do that? How do I do that?